for all your women's hoops needs.
All season long, if an opposing player misses 2 consecutive free throws during the second half of a Duke men's basketball home game, fans can get a free Harris Teeter made to order half sub on the Friday following the game. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for groceries. Blue Devils come shopping for a victory tonight in Clemson, South Carolina, looking to try to stay atop the ACC with a perfect mark. They are 12-0 right now and have a 2-game lead on the field, but certainly looking forward to a major test here tonight. Coming off of a big win earlier this week, the Blue Devils started this road trip in another orange place, Syracuse, New York, and got this big win, and here's how it sounded.
Lobs it down inside. Gungma, nice catch on the left baseline. Dribbles, sends it cross-court. Evans a three. That's a zone wrecker right there. Isaiah Evans knocks it down. Proctor waiting to the corner. James a three on the left. Good again. And the lead grows to 11, and Syracuse wants to talk about it. Cooper spins, sends it to the right, and James. Sion will drive McLeod. Got right by him. Off the window and down. Just way too fast for the big fella. And the lead back to 9, 25-16. 42 to play until the break. Cooper off of a Malawat screen. Fed it back to him, and you know how that goes. A two-hand stuff.
No denying that when those two hook up in the lane.
Proctor leading by 11. With 7 on the timer. Here we go. He's got it on the left. How about a three? Give it to him. Tyrese Proctor with his third three of the half, and James out of there with it. The pass too far in front. Now at the other end, Proctor in the corner already with 3 threes. This time he'll drive, rise up, and hit again. Underhand scoop for Evans, back to Malik. Faces up, a handoff on the right. Cooper driving on Davis, back outside for Brown. To the cutter, and James to lay it in.
Oh, Brown is such a good passer.
Sion gives it for Cooper. On the right, thought about a three. Drives right by McLeod to throw it down. Cuff lobs it inside for McLeod, bobbled it, and lost it. Still fighting for it. Brown has it. Ahead for Caleb. 2-on-1 with Tyrese. Put it off the window, around and down. Syracuse to inbound on the right baseline. Waiting, lobs it out. Dangerous pass in a no-man's land. It's stolen by Caleb. Outlet pass for Harris. He'll go to the other end and dunk it down. Cuff into the paint. Step through on Harris. Tough two. Oh, volleyball by Malawat. It's Evans to the other end with a right-hand punch to say goodnight. The nation's longest winning streak is going to extend to 16. As here in early February, the Blue Devils are going to pick up their 20th win of the season. Now 20-2, 12-0 in the ACC as they roll past the Orange, 83-54 the final score.
Really proud of this team, proud of this group for just their competitiveness, being able to turn the page, throughout the whole year. And we're going to have to continue to do that, but I thought it was a really great team effort tonight.
Duke coach John Shire after the win over Syracuse, 83-54. 5 players in double figures, led by Proctor with 16 and Knipple with 12. Blue Devils had a big defensive performance there in holding Syracuse to their lowest scoring total of the season and winning their 16th in a row. Time to turn the page today, but before we do that, we're going to pause 10 seconds, allow our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield. Clemson comes into this contest with an 18-5 overall record. They are 10-2 in the ACC. And when we come back, Duke Associate Coach Chris Carrawell breaks down the Tigers. That's next on our Reed's Jewelers Countdown to Tip-Off.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. And that ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Duke and Clemson, top game of the weekend in the ACC. Here to talk about Duke Associate Coach Chris Carrawell. Chris, first of all, coming off of a big win on the road earlier this week against Syracuse. Played well throughout that game, had another one, a very impressive performance. Some of the main takeaways from you and the coaching staff from that game.
Yeah, just a total team effort on both ends of the floor. You know, we maybe had 5 or 6 guys in double figures, which I love to see that. Everybody getting involved on that end. And I thought defensively we did a good job of guarding. The kid Starling, their top player, we did an excellent job on him. And we were able to control the game on both ends of the floor. Any game in the league is a dangerous game, so you don't want to take anything for granted. We didn't finish business and came away with a win against a Syracuse team who's fighting.
Always the challenge is to move on from one game to the next, and quickly you guys had to turn your attention to Clemson. And I know you're used to taking the top shot from everybody that you play. You may really get a top shot from Clemson this weekend at their home court, and they're fighting for ACC position as well, and they got a good team.
They got a really good team. Really good team. I actually love watching the team. They're tough to scout, but you admire them as an opponent. Coach Barnell, one of the best coaches in our league. Tough program, coming off the Elite Eight. Anytime you play Clemson, man, it's a big-time matchup. Going back to when I was in school, I mean, they're physical, that's still the same. They're tough, they're still the same. They rebound, that's still the same. And they got a guard at Hunter, Chase Hunter, who's probably the best guard in our league this year. You know, he's put it all together. He's playing unbelievable basketball. They got a player in Shefflin he may be the toughest guy in our league. Best motor, relentless. And Zachary, the point guard transfer from Boston College, who he just a junkyard dog, pit bull on the defensive end. I think that he's the active leader in steals in our league. Just an overall really good team. It's going to be a tough matchup. Little John's going to be rocking, great atmosphere, and we need a game where it's a tournament. It's a NCAA tournament type game, and it'd be an NCAA tournament type atmosphere.
Yeah, the other thing that's still the same from all the old days is the environment. When they get it going in there, when their defense is playing well, that may be one of the tougher places to play behind your home gym.
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it, man. It's one of the great road venues in our league, and man, the students are right on top of you, man. They rocking. They do the swag and surf and the fans. I mean, they passionate. And you know, Clemson throughout the years, man, there's been some battles. I'm telling you, I like to reminisce and watch old games on YouTube. Of course, like I remember we've had some battles with them, man. I'm telling you, like I don't remember a game with Clemson where it wasn't a battle, and it's been the same and been true to this day. So to play those guys, man, I'm excited because we need to get hit. We need somebody's gonna be in your face, make it tough for you. That's the type of Clemson team we're gonna face.
Looking forward to the battle. Thanks a lot for joining us, Duke Associate Coach Chris Carrawell. More when we can. Continue on our Reed's Jewelers countdown to tip-off.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win tickets to the Duke-UNC game in Cameron Indoor Stadium on February 1st. Give your 25 by texting Hoops Hero to 919-372-4159 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
Oh my goodness! FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a dive!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles Juicy Golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Welcome back to our Reed's Jewelers countdown to tip-off. Reed's Jewelers is your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers store or online at reeds.com. Excited to bring you Duke and Clemson coming up at 6:40. The Clemson Tigers coming off of a loss to Georgia Tech earlier this week, 89-86 in triple overtime. That's 5 games after they had beaten Georgia Tech on the Yellow Jackets home floor 70-59. After the contest this week, Brad Brownell disappointed his team couldn't get it done at home.
We're too small, and so 24 offensive rebounds is a problem, and probably cost us the game. So, obviously very disappointed because we had chances to win, need to do a better job.
Certainly they'll be trying to do a better job here today, keeping up with Louisville for second place in the ACC standings. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Looking forward to hearing from our David Shoemate and Duke coach John Shire in just a couple moments. Our countdown to tip-off right now at about 22 minutes as we look forward to Duke and Clemson from Littlejohn.
Steel gives you more than just reliable landscaping tools. Steel gives you battery-powered equipment trusted by the pros. From mowers and blowers to chainsaws and trimmers, take on your outdoor space with a name pros trust. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 battery blower set, including the AK-20 battery and AL101 battery charger. Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Available for a limited time at participating dealers while supplies last.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Follow the Blue Devils on and off the hardwood at Duke MBB. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and more. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Play ball! It's college baseball season, and we're here to talk about it.
Every week, join Kyle Schasberger and me, David Kahn, as we deliver the best of college baseball.
We've got all the diamond talk you can imagine, with interviews from coaches, players, broadcasters, and more.
Plus, we'll give you our weekly rankings, hot takes, and a whole lot of fun.
Step into the batter's box and let us deliver our best fastball.
Wherever you podcast by searching College Sports Now.
I love this group, and it's really fun just going out there playing basketball with a free mind and just getting stops and playing Duke basketball.
A rainbow from Proctor all the way to the rack to punch it down.
This is an exciting thing and something we don't take for granted.
Cooper cooking! Knipple again. Why not? Malawach catches and rocks the rim.
Just how we can quickly turn the page is going to be critical.
Gillis again. Give it to him. Kahn, a little bully ball off the window. Counted it a foul. Cooper on the drive to the rim to throw it down. Cameron in a frenzy.
One of our big things is making sure we don't get soft. Winning is great. We love it, of course, want to keep doing it.
With just 8 games to go in league play, the Blue Devils are back on the road tonight, looking to seize control of the ACC race as they hit the stretch run of the regular season. Duke enters the second Saturday in February, 2 games clear of both Louisville and Clemson. And, of course, they already have the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Cardinals. And with a win today at Clemson, they would be effectively 3 games clear of the field with just 7 games to go. How significant is winning the ACC regular season? Well, since the start of the 2000-2001 season, Duke has claimed at least a share of the regular season title 5 times. 4 of those teams would go on to play in the Final Four, with the 2001 and 2010 teams claiming the national title as well. In fact, 4 of the 5 national title teams claimed at least a share of the ACC regular season title, a nod to their consistency over the course of a long year, and consistency has certainly been a hallmark of John Shire's group this season. Winners of 16 in a row, they made quick work of Syracuse on Wednesday night, and now are set for perhaps their biggest challenge in the league to date, against a Clemson team no doubt seething after a triple overtime loss to Georgia Tech earlier this week. It's the Blue Devils and the Tigers, and off we go from Clemson.
On the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield, this is Duke Basketball. Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Reed's Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. By Continental Tire, the exclusive tire of the Blue Devils. Find the right tire for your vehicle at ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. By the Hilton Garden Inn, your home base near Duke University. By Duke Health, be a game changer. The Duke team is pioneering the future of healthcare for communities in the Triangle and beyond. Discover what's possible at careers.dukehealth.org. And by the Washington Duke Inn, honoring tradition over trend for over 30 years. Still ahead, keys to victory, starting lineups, and the opening tip. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
He'll fire, and it's good!
This is Duke head men's basketball coach John Shire. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that.
Hey, Duke fans, we want you to choose different and choose fun with Hi-Chew, the immensely fruity, intensely chewy candy that leaves your mouth watering with over 30 true-to-life flavors. Hi-Chew is available in sticks, peg bags, stand-up pouches, and unwrapped bites for when you're on the go. Head to your local grocery or convenience store to grab a bag, or search hichew.com to find Hi-Chew candy near you. That's hi-chew.com.
We've called a 60-second local break timeout. Then more Duke basketball. You're listening to the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable, and we can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
Inching you closer to tip-off, it's time to go inside the Duke locker room with head coach John Shire, presented by Duke Health. Duke Health doctors are the official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. Now, once again, here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
Duke and Clemson here tonight. And, Coach, before we get to this game, what about how the guys are bought in defensively, collectively? Talk Tyrese the other game, coming off the Syracuse game. I don't know of a lot of different guys that know their own stats in terms of deflections. He knew the team stats right after the game. How are these guys so bought in?
They're just, you know what, I think the most important thing you can do as a coach, especially now, is the roster construction and bringing in the right character of guys and the right group. And we're very fortunate to have just such special leadership. Everybody up and down the roster bought into just making everybody else better. And we've emphasized deflections. And when your leaders continue to emphasize it, then everybody's going to do it.
Talk about Tyrese a little bit. We know what he can do on the defensive end of the floor. Led you guys in scoring last time out. What did you see offensively?
Well, we're a better team when Tyrese is aggressive, and that's important. I have to help him be that way. I have to help get him looks. And, you know, his shot making and creation, along with Kahn and Cooper, that's a really good three-headed monster in addition to anybody else that can step up in a given moment. But I'm really proud of Tyrese, what he's done the last couple of games and how he's been. We're going to need more of that going forward.
See a big challenge for you guys tonight here on the road. Let's talk about Clemson. Chase Hunter does a little bit of everything for them. What have you seen from him?
Well, his shot making has been impressive. I mean, he shoots as well as anybody we've played off the bounce. So when he's dribbling it, making sure you have a high hand and not being surprised where you're backpedaling, he's shooting that shot better than most people shoot catch and shoot shots. And so that's a different kind of thing. And then he's their guy. So, you know, he's an automatic free throw shooter. When he drives, you have to be very careful. You know, last 4 games, he's 17 of 18. I mean, basically, you give him 2 points if you foul him. So the discipline of making his threes hard, but then the discipline of playing him without fouling once he drives is really important.
You mentioned his shooting. It feels like it spreads across the entire team from 3. I think they have 6 different guys with double-digit threes on the year. What sort of challenge does that present when there's so many guys that can shoot it?
Yeah, you have to do both. You have to protect the paint, and you have to take away the 3 and contest them. And it makes it a hard challenge. And, you know, it's one of the few teams we've played as of late that has 5 guys that shoot the ball. You know, any one of the 5 starters, and then when they come in off the bench, anybody can shoot and make open threes. So our scramble defense has to be on point. You can't stand and watch. You know, when somebody comes over and rotates to help, the next guy needs to be ready to go help the helper.
Curious your take on how important rebounding will be here tonight. I know they gave up 24 offensive rebounds to Georgia Tech, but they've got one of the best rebounders in the ACC in Shefflin. What do you see in that phase of the game?
Well, I think if there's one stat in tonight's game that is going to predict who wins, it would be the rebounding because, look, Shefflin's as good of a rebounder as there is in the country. Historically, they've been such a high-level rebounding team. We know they're going to have physical blockouts, and that's been a good strength of ours, defensive rebounding. And then when we've gone to the offensive glass, it's been a game changer. But that's a huge challenge for us tonight to do that consistently.
Finally, Coach, I'll let you go on this. One of the huge assets you guys have had all year long, sharing the basketball and taking care of the basketball. With the number of different guys that initiate the offense for you guys, how are you able to do that so effectively?
Well, having multiple guys that can handle the ball and make really sound decisions. And for us, we have 4 or 5 guys on the floor at all times that I trust with the ball. They can make easy plays, make easy reads. And for, look, the guards, I think is obvious, but for bigs, Kaman, Pat, and Malik, to be able to handle and be sound decision makers and passers and to be unselfish, I think that's what makes our team unique. That's 1 through 5 across the board. I value that.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, your mate.
I feel happy, Valero Pay Plus app.
I feel happy, it makes savings a snap.
Use it and start saving automatically.
You just save some money, not too shabby.
I feel happy, I'm in and out real fast.
I feel happy, now pit stops are a blast.
Download today and get in on the fun. Valero Pay Plus app, your savings have begun.
Bonuses used to be everywhere. Boxes of cereal, a baker's dozen, airline upgrades, even without quadruple diamond platinum status. Life is better with the bonus. That's why the North Carolina Education Lottery is adding bonus chances to multiply your win on Multiply the Cash scratch-offs. More chances than ever to win over $140 million in total prizes. Because everything is better with a bonus. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.31 to 4.86. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for 2.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. That ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
Welcome back inside a sold-out Little John Coliseum as we get set for the Blue Devils and the Tigers here tonight. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Kyle Schasberger. These 2 teams have split the last couple of meetings. Duke won at home a year ago. 2 years ago, it was Clemson who won in this building. And John Roth, when you look at the last several years, these have been 2 of the teams that have been at the top of the ACC standings. And if Blue Devils want to win the regular season, Clemson's going to be one of those teams you got to go through.
Absolutely. This is going to be one of the toughest road games Duke's going to have all year. They're undefeated in the ACC on the road so far. This is a very tough place to play, and certainly the freshmen have not seen anything quite like this, so they're going to get an indoctrination into a good old-fashioned ACC road contest tonight. We'll see how they handle it.
Unfortunately, for the second consecutive game because of an illness, they'll be without Mason Gillis here tonight. We saw more minutes from the bench. Some of that was because Gillis not being there. Some of that was just because of the margin on Wednesday night, but Patrick Gungba seems to really be coming into his own. I imagine we'll see him a lot here here tonight?
I would think so. Clemson's got some physicality inside, and he's continued to grow and get better and better. And we're also going to see a lot out of Malik Brown after he's come back from his injury as well. So those two factors to spell Malawach and maybe even play with them a little bit will be big factors.
The 2 games for Malik since he's been back, averaging 4 points. He's already got 4 assists and 6 steals. Kind of looking like he was before that toe injury back in early December. He seems like he's fully healthy. Oh, yeah, and number 2's out there as well, Cooper Flack. We're getting set for the Blue Devils and the Tigers. Duke leads the series all-time 115-33. As we said, they won it a year ago at home, 72-71. They lead the series at Clemson 39-25 and 26-20 all-time in this building. John Shire's group looking for a 17th consecutive win. We'll tip it off when you come back.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/Go Duke.
For more information, find your local independent insurance agent at insure-agent.com.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Content AT, Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Duke fans, want to enhance your game day experience? Poetry Finance, official digital banking partner of Duke Athletics, is here to help. With Poetry, managing your finances is a breeze. Just download the Poetry app to discover how Poetry Finance can help you. Poetry Finance, write your own future. Start now. Financial tools for everyone. Let us help you get started at poetryfinance.com. That's poetryfinance.com.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at 2 Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable, and we can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at 2menandatruck.com.
Just a few moments away from Duke and Clemson inside Little John Coliseum. Kyle Schansberger with you inside Studio 21. Before we send it back out to Clemson, let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield. Get you a couple of finals in the ACC. It took 3 overtimes, and Syracuse Orange outscored the Boston College Eagles 10-1 in the third and final OT to knock off Boston College at the JMA Wireless Dome 95-86. Also in Chapel Hill, North Carolina narrowly escapes Pitt, and a last-second shot attempt for the Panthers. Tar Heels win 67-66. Elsewhere on the Plains at a volatile Neville Arena, top-ranked Auburn goes down for the first time in the SEC this year. Their 14-game winning streak is no more. 6th-ranked Florida comes in and beats the Tigers 90-81. Florida now 4-17 all-time against AP top-ranked teams. Duke and Clemson, Blue Devils looking for win number 17 in a row. We head inside Little John Coliseum now with John Roth and engineer John Rose. Here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much as we get set for tonight's duel between number 2 Duke and Clemson here tonight. Normally we jump right into our starting lineups, but there's a starter downstairs that's back, John Roth, for the first time in nearly 2 years on the microphone. You hear the ovation. It's great to see Dickie B back in the building.
It sure is. Dick Vitale calling his first game since 2023 due to the health issues that he's had over the past couple years. Beloved figure in college basketball. Everyone here glad to see him back on the call tonight for Duke and Clemson. First time in a couple of years.
And he's going to see a high-level basketball game here tonight. The Tigers come in at 18-5, 10-2 in the ACC. They lost in triple overtime on this floor on Tuesday night to Georgia Tech, 89-86. Second consecutive year they've lost in multiple overtimes to the Yellow Jackets. They will send out a little bit different starting five here tonight. Maybe a little small ball mixed in as the Hunter brothers will start. At the point will be number 11, Jaden Zachary, the graduate student, a grad transfer from BC. He's a guard, 6'1", 218 out of Salem, Wisconsin. 3.22 assists per game. That's 19th of the league. 1.96 steals a game. That is third in the ACC. Number 1 is Chase Hunter. He's a graduate student, a guard, 6'4.5", 202 out of Atlanta, Georgia. Leads them in scoring, 17.7 points per game. That's sixth in the ACC. He's in his sixth season here at Clemson. Number 4 is Ian Shefflin. He's a senior forward, 6'8", 240 out of Atlanta, Georgia. Second in the league in rebounding with 9.5 per game. He averages about 3 offensive rebounds per game. Number 2 is Dylan Hunter, making just his second start of the season. The junior guard, 6'3.5", the younger brother of Chase Hunter, 192 out of Atlanta, Georgia. Just shy of 6 points and just shy of 3 rebounds per game. Chauncey Wiggins, who normally starts, is going to come off the bench. And the big fella inside, number 0, is Victor Locken, redshirt senior center, 6'11", 245 out of Anapa, Russia. He's a transfer from Cincinnati who averages 10 points and 6 rebounds per game. For head coach Brad Brownell in his 15th season at Clemson, the associate head coach is Billy Donlin. The assistant coach is Sean Dixon and Dick Bender. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, number 2 in the most recent AP poll, 20-2 overall, 12-0 atop the ACC standings. By now, you know they've won 16 in a row, including a romp at Syracuse, 83-54. The final score. Same starting five here tonight.
Tyrese Proctor, guard, junior, Sydney, Australia. Conker Nipple, wing, freshman, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sion James, guard, graduate student from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Cooper Flag, small forward, freshman, Newport, Maine.
Kaman Madid Malwaj, I'm a center, freshman. I'm from South Sudan, Mumbai.
And they'll go to work for head coach John Shire in his third season. The associate head coaches are Chris Carroll and Jay Lucas. The assistants, Emmanuel Dildy and Will Avery. And the director of player development is Justin Robinson. We mentioned this series is long. This will mark meeting number 149, with the Blue Devils winning 115 of the first 148, including 8 of the last 10. And when you look at what they've done the last couple of games, Sean Roth, the defense has been really good, but kind of dovetails, as you'd expect, with Malik Brown being back. They've got double-digit steals in each of the last 2 games, including at Syracuse, where it led to a season-high 23 points off of turnovers. These are 2 teams that take pretty good care of the basketball here. I think today that could play a big part of the story because both teams are really good defensively as well. It's going to be hard to score in the half court.
Yeah, it is, and it's probably also going to be hard to score off of turnovers if neither team's going to turn it over. So it's going to be a very interesting contest, kind of maybe a low-scoring game, kind of a knockdown, drag-out, old-time defensive battle. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Duke's certainly okay with playing a defensive game. They've been excelling on that end of the floor all year, and I think they can handle a half-court defensive game if they can keep Clemson out of the paint.
We might see 2 teams trying to shoot over this defense. The Blue Devils lead the ACC with better than 10 threes per game. That's 26 in the country. Clemson is third in the league with 9.17 three-point shots per game. As we're closing in on the start of this one, the Tigers are at home, so they're going to wear white jerseys and shorts with tiger orange numerals and lettering, some tiger orange stripes down the side, and a paw print logo at the bottom of their shorts in white. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, in the familiar Duke Blue road uniforms with white numerals and lettering, a white stripe down the side, and an Iron Dukey logo in Duke Blue at the bottom of the shorts. We're going to watch John Shire's group go right to left here in our opening half as we're situated on the concourse, I guess you could say, at the mezzanine level behind the team benches. Sold out house. They could fit 9,000 in here, not a seat to be had. Most of the students are downstairs opposite the team benches. There's also some in the end zone too, all right. This is a pivotal 3-game homestand for Clemson. When you look at their season, they started league play 10-1, triple overtime loss to Georgia Tech. They've got the Blue Devils tonight, and then they've got the Tar Heels coming in here on Monday night. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, as we talked about, can really seize control of the ACC race with the win here this evening. Of course, they have loftier expectations than that, but you always want to win your league, both regular and in the ACC tournament. And, of course, trying to extend this winning streak to 17 games. They're off to their best start in ACC play since the 05-06 season, having won their first 12. It'll be Maluach and Locken to jump it off to get it started. Ron Groover is going to lead our ACC officiating crew. He's assisted tonight by Tony Chiazza and Brent Hampton. Great to have you with us. Ron Groover, our lead official, with the basketball in hand. And away we go as the Tigers control the opening tap. And it'll be Zachary who brings it across. Shefflin swings it over to the left for Dylan Hunter. Off of the screen, send it to the right. Lock-in, waiting, dumps it off into the corner. Chase Hunter bobbled it, turned it over. Immediately a theft for Tyrese Proctor, and here he comes right to the left. So there is one of those rare turnovers for the Tigers. And Cooper Flagg gets a touch at the top of the key. A handoff for Tyrese. Now over to the right and Sion James. Lobs it to the left. Proctor open from three. And he picks up where he left off at Syracuse.
Blue Devils love scoring on that first possession, and they got it to go again this time with Tyrese from the perimeter.
At 4 at the Dome, he's got the first points tonight. 3-0, Duke in front. Another turnover. Locken had it knocked loose. Cooper has it. Ahead for James. 1-on-3, steps through. Takes the contact. Counted and a foul. James headed to the line trying to make it a 6-0 start.
So much for us saying they're not going to score much off of turnovers. The first two possessions for Clemson, turnovers, and the Blue Devils score on the other end.
They only average 10 per game, but they've turned it over twice already. The foul will be tagged on Dylan Hunter. And Sion at 78% hits the free throw. As good as you could hope for in the first 48 seconds. 6-0 already. Zachary across midcourt, defended by James. Up top it comes for Chase Hunter, off of a screen sent by Lachlan. Maluach has him on a switch. Inside to Lachlan, he's fouled on the way to the hoop. Proctor had to grab him because he was going to get an uncontested lay-in, but that is the first foul on Tyrese. And it'll be Clemson to inbound baseline right side of the hoop. Zachary will be the inbounder. 74 assists and 34 turnovers for him on the season, the point guard for the Tigers. Here's Dylan Hunter at the free throw line, stepping through on James. Tough two, got it to go. A lefty hook, and Dylan Hunter has the first points of the night for the Tigers. It's 6-2, just over a minute gone here in the opening half.
And nice work. The Blue Devil defense built a wall of 3 players across the free throw line, and he was able to get in between them.
James for Cooper Flagg on the right, further into the corner for Tyrese Proctor. He's defended by Chase Hunter. Tyrese lobs it up top for Maluach. Man, Locken took a swipe, didn't get the basketball. And now here's Proctor off of the screen. Into the paint, knocked loose, got it back, jumps up, and couldn't get it to go. The rebound knocked loose by Con Knipple, but he's going to be tagged with a foul, and that'll be his first.
Con with a little too much contact on Zachary as he tried to swat that rebound to the Blue Devils.
Got a piece of the arm, they say. And the Tigers will have it back, trailing 6-2. Here is Zachary. Across midcourt, greeted by Sion James. That matchup we're talking about, Tyrese Proctor is defending Chase Hunter, if you were wondering. A bounce pass to the right baseline. Shefflin being defended by Cooper Flagg. Trying to spin to the middle. Hesitates, backs him down, steps through, tried to force it up. Tough two, whipped it across the paint. Into the hands of Locken to lay it in. At the last moment, he found Locken inside, and the Tigers are back within 2. He was going to get a shot blocked if he tried to go up, but a good pass for him. And Shefflin gets the assist, his 72nd on the season. James to the right corner. Proctor's got it. Into the paint he goes. A lot of contact. Up top, Knipple hits a 3. Con with his first field goal. And it's 9-4. Duke by 5, not even 2.5 minutes in.
2 of the first 3 makes for the Blue Devils from 3-point range.
And they got a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, so doing it 3 at a time right now. As Zachary brings it over to the right, looking back to the left, there's Chase Hunter. James there defensively. Half the shot clock is gone. Comes off of the screen set by Locken. Cooper Flagg has him on a switch. Can't shoot over. The pass deflected once, twice. Into the open court. It comes to Zachary in backcourt. 5 to shoot. A bounce pass for Locken in on James. Whistle and another foul on the Blue Devils. That'll be the first on Sion James.
But Sion trying to stop the ball in the middle of the lane had he not committed the foul. It was probably going to be an easy dump-off pass down to the low block for Clemson right at the end of the shot clock.
I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot there in terms of contact inside. As Locken put it into his chest and got a hand on the basketball. Either way, a fresh 20 for Clemson to work with. It's Zachary looking inbound, lobs it up for Locken, who catches out near midcourt. Swings it through on Knipple. Backs him down to the baseline. Trying to post him. Left side of the paint. Bumps into him once, twice. Here comes a double team. Cross court. It comes up top for Zachary. Jumper up. Right side of the paint is good from 6 feet out. Zachary has his first field goal. And Clemson's back within 3. It's 9-6. 3 minutes going in the first half. As James brings it across midcourt. Waiting. Bounces one for Knipple at the top of the key. Chauncey Wiggins off the bench, defending Knipple. Now on a switch, Shefflin has him. Knipple steps through, up top, Proctor now. Tyrese waiting, bounces one for Malawach, who faces up top. 7 to shoot. It's Knipple. Jumps up from 3, and it goes down. Kahn has his second deep ball. He's got 6 points, and it's 12-6. Duke in front with 16:22 to play in the half. So 3 threes already for John Shire's group. Lockett, a bounce pass inside. He got position on Shefflin, and he lays it in. Shefflin got position on Knipple, I should say, and Kahn already with 1 foul wisely chose not to get too aggressive there and pick up an early second. And the lead for John Shire's group is 4, 12-8, 4 minutes in. James along the right sideline. Up top, Tyrese Proctor off of the screen set by Malawach. They say it was illegal, and now Kamon has his first foul. Timeout on the floor, 15:55 to play in our first half. The Blue Devils lead at 12-8.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
He'll fire, and it's good!
This is Duke head men's basketball coach John Shire. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that. Back here in Clemson, South Carolina, 15:55 to play in our first half. The Blue Devils by 4 on the road, 12-8. David Schumann alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Kyle Schassberger. Don't forget that for comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM, ACC Radio Channel 371 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your home favorite team, I should say, in conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/ACC Radio 2025. Appreciate those of you joining us on SiriusXM Satellite Radio, Channel 193 here this evening, and of course along your local affiliate across the state, including 96.5 FM in Durham, 99.3 FM in Raleigh on WRAL News Plus, and WDNC 6:20 a.m. back home. As the Blue Devils are off to a very hot shooting start, 4 of 5, including 3 threes. The problem is Clemson hasn't missed yet. They're 4 of 4 from the field. The Blue Devils do, though, have a 4-point lead, but early bit of concern. 4 of the 5 starters already have a foul. James, Proctor, Knipple, and Malawach have each been tagged for 1 in the opening 4 minutes.
Yeah, certainly the Blue Devils do not want their prime players to get into foul difficulty in a game that figures to really be a full 40-minute contest. You're going to want to have everybody available throughout, especially down the stretch of this contest. So, yeah, something to ponder. Keep playing defense without fouling. And this is a game where you're going to have to play defense. You're going to have to get in their face and stop them. So it's going to require some grit on the defensive end, but it's got to be smart, tough defense that avoids the foul situation. I was also looking to check out the rebounding early, and really there isn't any. The two teams are combined 8 out of 9, so there's only been 1 chance for a rebound so far, so that's not been in play yet.
Meanwhile, first off the bench, no shocker here, Malik Brown, junior forward, 6'9", 222 out of Culpeper, Virginia. The transfers from Syracuse. as he replaces Malowacz, who picked up that foul a moment ago. That also served as Blue Devils' first turnover on the illegal screen. James Knipple, Flag, and Proctor all stay. Clemson in possession. Up top, it's Wiggins. Swings one over to the right. And Dylan Hunter looking inside, nothing doing. Locken comes to set a screen. Looked like it might have been moving. Backing out to midcourt. Hunter had it nearly knocked loose by Cooper. Locken now into the paint. Rises up with the right hand and scores again. They are 5 of 5 from the field. And the Blue Devil lead has been trimmed to 2. It's 12-10. 15:27 to play here in our first half. Now Sion James brings it across midcourt. Sends one over to the left. Con Knipple. Now Cooper's got it. Looking to the left, whistle, and a foul is going to be called on a hold. I think it's going to be on Wiggins defending Con Knipple, and that is his first. And it'll be the Blue Devils sim down sideline left at the end of the Tiger bench as Chase Hunter comes back into the ball game for Clemson, and Chauncey Wiggins will head out. So back to the 5 that started the game for head coach Brad Brownell. As Knipple looks up top, and Sion James has it now. Drifts to the right, finds Con Knipple. Hunter there defensively off of a screen set by Brown. Poke loose by Locken into backcourt. Knipple saves it with 10 to shoot. Got to go quickly now. 8 and 7. Con on the drop. Got to step to the baseline. Waits, goes up, banks it up, no. Tap follow, no. And the rebound for Shefflin. Knocked loose, stolen by Knipple in backcourt. Cooper's got it now. Hunter riding him into the paint. Got airborne, kicks to the left. Knipple couldn't shoot. Instead, he'll drive, step through, fed it to Brown, who lays it in. What a find in traffic. Brown has his first field goal, and the Blue Devil lead back to 4.
Great pass across the bottom of the lane that time by Knipple with all those defenders hanging around him.
14-10 as we drift past 15 minutes left to be played here in the first half. Hunter up top for Shefflin, back for Hunter. Thought about a deep 3, instead he'll drive. Step back on Cooper, draw a foul, count it, and a chance for 3. So all 5 starters have a foul now, and it'll be Chase Hunter going to the line as Clemson now is 6 of 6 from the field.
That was the 2 leading scorers for each team on the season on each other, and neither had taken a shot in this game yet. So Hunter knocks down his first shot from 3, and Cooper fouls him. He's yet to take his first shot for the Blue Devils.
And this is a place you do not want to see Chase Hunter. He is a very good free throw shooter, better than 90%. Trying to complete the 3-point play as we see Miles Foster come into the ball game for the first time. The transfer from Illinois State. For Clemson, also in there, Jake Heidbreeder, redshirt junior out of Floyd Knobs, Indiana. They missed the free throw, though. You don't see that very often from Hunter, and James clears the miss. So it's the Blue Devils by a bucket, 14-12, 14-20 to play here in the first half. Proctor sends it to the right. Knipple waits. Double team comes at him. Lobs it inside for Brown. Dangerous pass. It's stolen. Picked off by Foster. Here comes Clemson down by 2. On the right, Hunter. A jab step. Tries to drive Cooper into the paint. Got tied up by Brown. The alternating possession will give it to the Blue Devils.
What about those hands from Malik Brown? They just reached in and got all ball with both hands as he was trying to drive by him.
So the Blue Devils force another Clemson turnover on the held ball. And that'll be the 4th on the Tigers. Duke has turned it over twice as we see Isaiah Evans into the ball game for the first time. The freshman out of Fayetteville. Knipple, Brown, Cooper Flag, and Tyrese Proctor, the other ones out there. Leading by 2, 6 minutes into the first half. Here's Cooper along the left sideline. Faces up, cross court, there's Knipple. Catches in front of Chase Hunter. To Brown, right back to Con. Into the paint he goes. Steps through, puts it up, and scores again. Con Knipple's got 8, the lead back to 4.
And those were hard-earned with 2 defenders draping him.
16-12. Hunter on the right, fed it to the left. Foster 3, short. Their first miss, and Knipple the rebound. And here come the Blue Devils leading by 4. Bounce pass ahead for Brown to the right. Proctor will launch. It wouldn't go. It's too short. The rebound knocked out of bounds by Knipple and over to Clemson. You want to be careful there if you're Con. You want to pick up a second one at the opposite baseline.
Yeah, going over somebody's back trying to collect a rebound. That doesn't need to happen right now.
That miss for Tyrese, by the way, is their first miss from 3. 3 out of 4 now. Clemson 6 out of 7. That was their first attempt from 3 that came from Foster. And he is not one of the noted 3-point shooters, although he's made 3 of his 4 coming in. He's 3 of 5 on the season. They have 8 guys in the lineup that have hit 10 or more threes. So it's hard to key in on one guy, although Chase Hunter is definitely the first guy you got to key in on.
Yeah, he's leading the ACC in percentage. Yeah. I think he's in the top 5 in the country, but yes.
As across midcourt, it's Zachary. Sends it over to the right. Foster, defended by Cooper Flagg. Puts the left-handed dribble on the deck, picked it up. Now he needs some help. Bounces one for Shefflin. Half the shot clock is gone. Further to the left and Chase Hunter. Evans defending him. 12 to shoot. Trying to drive him to the left baseline. Fades away. Rimmed out. The rebound for Malik Brown. And here comes Tyrese Proctor across midcourt, leading by 4, 16-12. For the trailer, Brown. Now to the right and Cooper Flagg. Looks inside, not there. Size it up. He'll drive Shefflin, step through, lefty scoop, good. It just looks effortless. That's his first field goal, the lead back to 6.
His first shot attempt here, it took 7 minutes to get him a shot.
18-12 our score. On the drive, the runner wouldn't go off the window for Zachary. Proctor has the rebound. Leaking the other way, 2-on-3. Weaving through traffic, put it off the window and down. Tyrese Proctor has 5, and the Blue Devils lead by 8, 20-12 with 12:30 to play in the half.
Blue Devils speeding down in transition once again.
Shefflin a handoff. Heidbreeder looking for space. Nothing doing. Up top it comes for Foster. Further to the right. A baseline drive for Zachary. Got by Proctor. Fed it inside for Shefflin. Couldn't catch it cleanly. Now Brown there defensively. Goes up anyway and hits. Shefflin with the baby hook inside. He's got 4. And it's 20-14 with 12:05 to play in the half. As Cooper brings it across this top. The Blue Devils already with 3 assists on their 8 makes from the field. As Proctor sends one for Brown right back to Tyrese. Shot clock's at 12. He's on the left side of the floor. Now it's Cooper curling into the paint. Fed it back to Brown. Goes inside. Knocked loose. They say cleanly by Heidbreeder. Here comes Clemson the other way, trailing by 6. 11:40 in a rolling first half clock left to be played. Up top, Foster nearly had it knocked loose by Proctor. Swings it through, steps into the paint, peels out, knocked loose, stolen. Brown got a hand on it. Proctor's got it. And here they come in transition. Tyrese going to slow it down, maybe not. Goes in on Foster, got right by him, counted in a foul. Oh, Tyrese taking over the lead back to 8. 22-14. Free throw coming as well. We'll step aside 11:24 to play in our first half.
Bonuses used to be everywhere. Boxes of cereal, a baker's dozen, airline upgrades, even without quadruple diamond platinum status. Life is better with the bonus. That's why the North Carolina Education Lottery is adding bonus chances to multiply your win on Multiply the Cash Scratch-Offs. More chances than ever to win over $140 million in total prizes. Because everything is better with a bonus. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.31 to 4.86. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Number 2, Duke on an 8-2 spurt, having connected on 3 consecutive field goal attempts for a 22-14 lead at Clemson.
Up top, Foster nearly had it knocked loose by Proctor. Swings it through, steps into the paint, peels out, knocked loose, stolen. Brown got a hand on it. Proctor's got it. And here they come in transition. Tyrese going to slow it down, maybe not. Goes in on Foster, got right by him, counted in a foul. Oh, Tyrese taking over the lead back to 8.
Proctor going to the line, looking to add another point. That would pull him even with his buddy Con Kadipu as 8. Proctor with 7. Again, 22-14, 11-24 to play in the first half. I'm Kyle Schatzberger, John Roth, John Rose, David Shoemate back inside Low John Coliseum. John Roth with a deeper look at the numbers.
Yeah, in-game stats presented by Steel. Trusted steel power in the palm of your hand. You can visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. Kyle just gave the Duke leading scores overall. Right now, though, the shooting for both teams has been high level. Duke 75%, 9 out of 12, and and Clemson 70%, 7 out of 10. Blue Devils have hit 3 out of 4 from three-point range, and so far they've not allowed a 3 to the Clemson Tigers, who are third in the ACC in three-point shooting as far as makes per game. So they're looking to get that started at some point, but the Blue Devil defense has been up to the challenge. The other big stat so far, David, is Duke points off at turnovers. They've outscored Clemson 11-2. The Tigers have not really been strong with the ball for part of this game, and the Blue Devils have forced those 5 turnovers and turned most of those into points thus far and building up an 8-point lead.
Well, you mentioned the 5 turnovers, all 5 with steals as well, and that's what leads to those opportunities to run. Meanwhile, Proctor trying to complete a 3-point play out of the timeout, and as he goes to the line, we remind you, the Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Get More program. For each free throw the Blue Devils make in tonight's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. The Blue Devils have already made their first one here tonight, and one opportunity for James in the opening minute. On the season now at the line, they are 323 out of 420. As Proctor hits another one. So he's got 8 here in the early going alongside Knipple. They've got 16 of the 23, and the Blue Devils have their biggest lead of the game at 9, 23-14. Blue Devils, by the way, 31st in the country free throw percentage, better than 76% on the year. It's kind of flown under the radar with everything else they've done this year. As Clemson has it along the right sideline, Del Jones whips one cross court into the hands of Zachary. Tough 2, hit it over Cooper Flagg. They're hitting their 2s. He's got 4. Clemson is now 8 for 10 from 2, and they've missed their only 3, and they're back within 7, 23-16 with 10:50 to play in the half. And Sion James out there with Cooper Flagg. Come on, Malowach, Isaiah Evans, and Tyrese Proctor out of the timeout. Cooper swings it low, gets a screen from Kamon, wants to drive, got to step on Wiggins, takes him to the baseline, puts it off the window. No, they fight for the rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Malowach. By the way, we mentioned Del Jones got a touch last time out. The freshman out of Landover, Maryland, did not play in the game against Georgia Tech, was dealing with what before the game they described as an ankle injury. After the game, Brad Brownell mentioned it was something to do with his Achilles, but he appears to be okay. Important piece for them. Plays about 12 minutes per game. He's got it right now. Sends one over to the left, and Dylan Hunter. Off of the screen set by Wiggins. They send it back up top. Jones now wants to drive to the right. Backs out. Trying to drive again. Cut off. To the left corner it goes. Kind of a dribbling pass. Found its way to Dylan Hunter. He jumps up in the paint. The jumper wouldn't go. Oh, it did go. My goodness. Hit the heel. Hit the rim a couple of different times. And Clemson's hot shooting from 2 continues. And they're back within 5, 23-18 as we hit the midway point of the opening half. So much for our projections of a low-scoring defensive battle. Tyrese Proctor works his way to the right. Takes a screen from Zachary. Got by him, and then he got tied up. As Malowach was out there trying to get him loose, and now Tyrese Proctor with some instructions for the freshman. As the Blue Devils give it back on the alternating possession, and Con Knipple comes back into the ballgame.
Yeah, if the Blue Devils continued on this scoring pace, they would hit 92 in this game, which would not really count as one of the lower scoring games of the year. It would be higher than their season average.
I think that's unusual as Clemson would get to 72 for a Blue Devil team that's only giving up 59.8 points per game. Jones with it for the Tigers, 23-18, Duke in front, 9:42 to play in the half. Locken wants to drop Malowach, cut off at the left elbow. He'll try 2. Good again, my goodness.
Wow, they are just hitting everything.
And it's 23-20. Somehow Duke still has the advantage, though. Although Clemson has scored the last 6, 9:25 to play in the half, and their crowd trying to get back into it. Sion James waiting, takes the screen from Malowach to the right. Probing dribble to the baseline on Locken. Got him airborne, took the contact. That wouldn't go, but he's fouled and will shoot 2 as Locken picks up his first. We see on James back to the free throw line. Gives us a chance to tell you that Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Good job with the shot fake that time by Sion James. That's what really drew the foul on his drive. Well defended before the shot fake, and then came the collision.
Outside of Locken, they don't have a ton of size. Christian Reeves, of course, the Duke product at 7'2", was played sparingly, only about 5 minutes per game. And he's set to check in after this first free throw for Sion James, which is good. And Locken only played 16 minutes in that triple overtime loss to Georgia Tech because he was in foul trouble throughout, ended up fouling out in that ball game. They got out-rebounded by 10 and gave up 24 offensive rebounds to Georgia Tech, and second chance scoring, I think it was like 29-13, favoring the Yellow Jackets. A big reason why Georgia Tech got the win here on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, James's second free throw got that one as well.
Reeves has been in most of their games, 21 games, but he only averages about 5 minutes in those appearances, so we'll see how long he lasts here tonight. He's out there now.
Well, Del Jones sends one over to the left. Chauncey Wiggins now further to the right. Dylan Hunter waiting, puts it on the deck, drives around to the left, trying to curl into the paint. Got airborne, kicks it back up top for Zachary. 12 to shoot. Over to the left it goes, and Del Jones now. Brown defending him. Step through, fed it down low for Reeves. Couldn't give it back to him. 6 on the timer. A handoff for Wiggins. Left side 3, short. And the rebound tapped out of bounds by Clemson. It'll be Blue Devil basketball with 8:49 to play in the half, and they lead it by 5, 20-25. Or excuse me, 25-20.
That was just the second three-point attempt that they've had in this contest before it got batted out of bounds. They've missed both of those, but they've hardly missed it all from 2-point range.
Knipple had it knocked loose by Zachary, got it back. Zachary fell down to the corner. James thought about a 3, sends it back up top for Evans. Isaiah now for Con Knipple. Looking to the right, fed Malawach top of the key, right back to Con, curling into the paint, steps through the baseline on Reeves, step through again, found a cutter in Malawach. He's tackled, and finally the whistle goes. I think Zachary was the one who grabbed him. We'll see. I think they're going to call the foul, not on the hold. They're going to call Reeves hitting him. I mean, take your pick. As we get another look. Zachary grabbed him down low once, twice, and Reeves picked up the foul.
Malawach thinks he's earned this one, though. He probably got fouled after setting the screen out on the perimeter.
Malawach is too strong in the first free throw. The crowd here booing, not so much on the foul call. They thought Knipple traveled on the baseline before he fed it to Malawach. And that is the first miss at the free throw line for John Shire's group today. They've made 4 of their first 5. See if Kamon at 77% can knock down the second one. On the way, that one's good. It's his first points. It makes it 26-20 with 8:26 to play in the half. Reinforcements coming back in. Cooper Flagg, Con Knipple, Tyrese Proctor, the junior out of Sydney, Australia. Sion James and Malik Brown are the 5 on the floor.
So 4 of the 5 starters plus Malik.
If you're just joining us, no Mason Gillis today. Did not make the trip. Still a little bit under the weather. As Del Jones works his way to the left, picked up his dribble into the hands of Zachary. Curling to the top of the key. Waits, drifts to the right, looking inside, fed Reeves on Proctor, step through, put it off the window, missed it. And the rebound knocked loose by James. He saves it on the baseline. And here come the Blue Devils leading by 6. Proctor with 8 minutes to go in the half. Shovels one to the right at James. Crossed over on Hunter. Into the paint. Kicks out. Proctor a 3. Good! Tyrese is the first into double figures. He's got 11.
His second 3 of the early going puts Duke up 9 now.
29-20. 7:45 to play in the half. Stepping through Jones. Nearly knocked loose by Brown. They're going to call him for a foul, though. And that'll be the first on Malik, and we've got a timeout. 7:42 to play in our opening half. It's Duke by 9, 29-20.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
I feel happy, Valero Pay Plus app.
I feel happy, it makes savings a snap.
Use it and start saving automatically.
You just save some money, not too shabby.
I feel happy, I'm in and out real fast.
I feel happy, now pit stops are a blast.
Download today and get in on the fun. Valero Pay Plus app, your savings have begun.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive.
Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
John Coliseum, 7:42 to play on our opening half. The Blue Devils by 9, 29-20. David Shoemate alongside John Rolfe. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios tonight is Kyle Schasberger, who's telling us we're coming up. We're well past 7 o'clock now here on the East Coast. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Duke basketball from Learfield. Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Poetry Finance. Write your own future with Poetry. Poetry Finance, official online banking partner of Duke Athletics. One note I want to pass along, because I think it is taken for granted, there's no question, but we probably shouldn't take it for granted. Here in basically the first week of February, the Blue Devils have cinched up a 20-win season, 20-2, 12-0 as they enter this one in ACC play. It's the 28th time in the last 29 years they've won 20 or more games, and the exception was that COVID year. That
there was barely 20 games anyway.
I think for a number of reasons, all of us would love to forget that.
We all want to forget that one.
But a remarkable run of consistency for John Ross. When you look at what Mike Krzyzewski did, but now what John Shire is doing and building his program.
Absolutely. And it means a lot, and you can't take it for granted. It certainly maybe meant different things earlier because now there are a lot more games being played, but still, the Blue Devils right now, they've won just about every game they played. 20 out of 22 is a remarkable record no matter what month it is. And, it just shows the overall consistency and really one of the many pieces of evidence that Duke's running the premier, if not the most premier program in the country.
Out of the timeout. At the same time, they're out there momentarily, including Sion James, the graduate student. Transfer came over from Tulane, Sugar Hill, Georgia product. He's out there with Cooper Flagg, Malik Brown, Con Knipple, and Tyrese Proctor. Clemson in possession after the Brown foul. It's Del Jones on the drive. Tough, too. Got it to go. Banked it home off the right for his first points, and it's 29-22. Duke by 7 with 7.5 minutes to play until the break. Both teams continue to shoot the ball extremely well. The Blue Devils are better than 70%. Clemson, nearly 70%. Brown at the top of the key. Looking inside, not there. Handoff for a Knipple three. Looked like maybe he took some contact. They say it was clean on the block, and it ricocheted out of there into the arms of Chase Hunter. Looking to the right baseline, fed Shefflin. Brown there defensively. Knocked loose by Brown, out of bounds. It'll stay with Clemson. There's 7:04 to play in the half. He's just so good getting his hand in there, knocking it loose. It really makes it difficult for teams to run their offense because you can't take your eyes off of him to try to make a pass. Chase Hunter will be the inbounder, does for Del Jones. Drifts to the left. Cooper Flagg has him on a switch. Now here's Locken trying to drive Malik Brown. Backs him down into the paint. Step through, spinning, waits, step through again. Forced it up, got it to go. Locken having a good ball game so far for Clemson. He's got 8 of the 24, and they're back within 5, 29-24 with 6:44 to play in the half. He only averages about 10 per game. And it's Cooper across midcourt. Off of a screen set by Brown. Locken has him on a switch. Going to drive him to the baseline. Step through on Locken. Nearly fell down. He's going to get called for a travel, I think. A turnover. And Clemson will have it back trailing by 5 with 6:31 to go in our first half.
I think the two teams have matched turnovers now 5 apiece. Blue Devils have had a hard time actually getting the ball to Cooper in good scoring position so far in this first half.
And the Blue Devils have led the entire way by as many as 9. Right now it's 5, and Cooper's only taken 2 shots. He's only got 2 points so far. As Del Jones sends one up top for Chase Hunter. Proctor there defensively. Bounces one to the right. Locken had it knocked loose by Brown. Got it back. Knocked loose again to midcourt. Whistle, foul first. I think it's going to be on Clemson, and that's the second on Locken. As he held Tyrese Proctor. That's a significant foul as Locken will have to lead the ballgame with 6:17 to play in the half, and all of that created by Malik Brown with a deflection.
Yeah, the reach in and the tip out to midcourt created a loose ball and created the foul situation. He just continues, Malik, to get his hands on deflection after deflection.
And now each team with 16 fouls with 6:17 to play in the half.
I know the number's not on the stat sheet, but it's over 100 now for him, right, on the year?
He had 103 at the beginning of the ballgame. Might be 110 by the time it's half.
That's right.
As James will bring it across, leading by 5. Sion shovels it ahead for Cooper. Faces up, cross court. Knipple catches, dangerous pass. He caught it in front of Zachary. Fed it to Malik, and now over to the left and Sion James. Plenty of time as they go to the baseline of Cooper. 10 feet out on the left. Sizing up Wiggins. Steps through, rises up, and it rimmed out. Tap follow for James wouldn't go, and this time Chase Hunter has the rebound. We go under 6 minutes to play in our first half. Duke by 5, 29-24. Hunter, a straight line drive and an easy 2 with a lay-in as he got lost in traffic, and John Shire calls for time. Let's break for 30, 5:47 to play in our half. The Blue Devils lead at 29-26.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Content AT, Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
Back here at Clemson, where the home team has reeled off 6 in a row to get back within 3, 29-26 with 5:47 to play in our first half. The Blue Devils already with some 6 steals in this ballgame, half of them by Tyrese Proctor. Shout out to Henry Scott listening back home. Sounds of PR people on campus letting us know he's tied his career high already with 3 steals, and perhaps a few more the rest of the way as he heads back out onto the floor with Cooper Flagg, the freshman out of Newport, Maine, Sion James, Con Knipple, and Malik Brown.
One thing the Blue Devils need to tighten up a little bit. Obviously, they don't want Clemson to hit three-point shots. They have not hit any three-point shots, but Clemson has got 18 points in the paint already, and that's a number that bears watching. The Blue Devils want to get that down a little bit more.
There's Cooper Flagg out of the timeout, facing up on Wiggins. To the right, there's Knipple. Off of the screen set by Brown, sends it back up top to Cooper. Now to the left and Tyrese. A step to the baseline on Hunter. Opts to go to the right. Lob it back to the baseline for Cooper. 2 defenders crash at him. Up top, Con will launch and hit a 3. So they double Cooper. He finds the open man. Knipple's into double figures, and the lead back to 6.
Stop one freshman, and another one comes through.
32-26. 5:12 to play until the break. Del Jones off of a screen. Jumps up at the top of the key and hits their first 3. Just his 13th of the season. He was only 34% coming in, and he brings Clemson back within 3, 32-29 as we go under 5 minutes to play in the half.
That was a confident shot. He knew that was going down as soon as he let go of it.
Sion James waiting, bounces one for Knipple. Swiped at by Zachary. Con faces up. Knocked loose by Zachary. Con got it back. Knocked loose again. Con to the deck to save it. They fall all over him. Somehow he got it. Got it to Cooper. Now a numbers advantage, 4 on 3. Cooper 3! Off the back of the rim. No, the rebound for Shefflin. And they're going to stop play with so much moisture at midcourt. The head coach of the Blue Devils livid. A foul wasn't called there. And now Ron Groover says they're going to go to the monitor and take a look at all the action at midcourt. John Shire, as mad as I've seen him all season long, as Con, he felt, was fouled 2 or 3 different times, and now the officials are headed to the monitor to look at something. And as they head to the monitor, we'll remind you that Sharp Business System sets the same standard of excellence in office equipment as the Blue Devils do in basketball. Count on Sharp for state-of-the-art office equipment. Sharp, changing the way companies do business.
I think the biggest case could be made for Wiggins basically jumping on the back of Con Knipple.
Now, as everyone was trying to get up, Zachary fell down and his legs were tied up with Con Knipple. I'm assuming that's what the officials are looking at.
But that's after Knipple was on the ground trying to grab a loose ball, and Wiggins jumped on top of him.
He just landed on his back.
I mean, that's not...
That should have been a foul, but that is not reviewable. And now as we look at Zachary had to back up the floor, I don't see anything demonstrative in terms of Knipple raising his leg. There's no question Zachary fell over him. And now the officials...
That was not a kick attempt.
...have come away with... Ron Groover comes over to explain something to John Shire. I think they might call a flagrant 1 here.
Wow.
Or a dead ball. It's when action was going on, so it's got to be a flagrant fault. They call something. And the head coach of the Blue Devils chewing out our lead official here, wanting the initial foul.
After review, number 7 of Duke will be charged a flagrant 1 foul. Number 11 of Zachary will take 2 shots. It will be Clemson's ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Obviously, a popular call here, Little John Coliseum, as Clemson will shoot 2 down by 3 and then have possession with a chance to take the lead for the first time if Zachary can hit at least one of these free throws. But that is the problem, and I think that's what the head coach of Blue Devils was explaining. When you let it turn into a football game at midcourt, it blurs the line of what's allowed.
Yep.
And there was no intent there for Knipple, but the officials don't judge intent, as the first free throw for Zachary is no good. They just see the action and say it was a trip. Second attempt for Zachary. Got that one to go. So he's got 5. And the Tigers are back within 2, 32-30. And they will be in possession because it was a flagrant foul. Also, it's the second on Knipple, and he's gone to the bench with 4:34 to play in the half. And across midcourt comes Del Jones. Sends one over to the left, and Zachary. This is a 10-3 push for the Tigers to get back within 2. Shefflin trying to drive Malawach, looking back door. It's not there. Handed it off to Chase Hunter. Dancing with Proctor. Got it knocked loose. Got it back. 2 to shoot. Shefflin on the left baseline. Going to have to force one. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. Outstanding defense. Emotional moment in the ball game. And the Blue Devils come out and get it done on that end of the floor where stops have been hard to come by. Clemson shooting an unbelievable percentage right now.
Tyrese Proctor, a great job in stopping the dribble, and then Malawach kept his feet when the ball went inside and would not allow a foul by leaving his feet.
Chance to add to a 2-point lead. James on the drive, got it on Shefflin, put it off the window and in. How strong is Sion James? He's got 7, and the lead back to 4, 34-30 as we go under 4 minutes to play in the half. Shefflin threw it out of bounds. Not on the same page with Del Jones, who was cutting to the hoop, and Clemson turns it over for the 8th time. We've got a timeout. 3:53 to go in our first half. Duke 34 and Clemson 30.
Hey Blue Devil fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for their delicious game day.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win tickets to the Duke UNC game in Cameron Indoor Stadium on February 1st. Give your 25 by texting Hoops Hero to 919-372-4159 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
Hi, I'm Megan Gower of Her Hoop Stats. Each week, co-host Rob Joyce and I break down all the latest around women's basketball on the Gower Hour. We analyze what's happened each week, preview what's to come, and talk with guests from around the country to make sure you're covered coast to coast from now all the way through the Final Four in April. Available each week, search and subscribe to Her Hoop Stats in your feed on Apple, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and check out herhoopstats.com for all your women's hoops needs.
34-30 Blue Devils end by 4, 3:53 to play in the first half. From Little John Coliseum, it's Duke and Clemson. Kyle Shasberger inside Studio 21. Preview what's to come at halftime. They're out of the starting gate in Palo Alto. Stanford and NC State tied in the early going. We'll get you an update on a full out-of-town scoreboard. Virginia and Georgia Tech will get you a final from Charlottesville. Cavaliers looking to put away the Yellow Jackets. An extremely busy day in the top 25. That's all. Top-ranked team in the land, Auburn, go down on their home floor. Updates from the Plains. Look at all of our highlights and numbers as Duke leads 34-30 over Clemson. David?
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. We welcome you back inside a Little John Coliseum. Kyle just told you, 4-point cushion for John Shire's group with 3:53 to play here in our first half. Be sure to catch Duke All Access with head coach John Shire. Comes your way Sundays at noon on ABC 11. Don't forget the ABC 11 mobile app is your ticket to Duke basketball highlights and the latest from the First Alert forecast. Just tap the app and make it your own from ABC 11 Eyewitness News. The story of this first half has been shooting on both ends. The Blue Devils 63%, 12 of 19, 5 of 8 from 3 and 5 of 6 at the line. Meanwhile, Clemson is 1 of 3 from 3, but they are 13 of 16 from 2. Goodness. Just 1 of 3 at the line, though. And there's only been 13 rebounds.
I know.
16 minutes into the ball.
Can't have rebounds without missed shots. Nobody's missing. I guess one of the problems, Duke stopped the long-range shooting, but a lot of Clemson shots have been right at the basket where you get the highest percentage. So I think trying to find a happy medium and make Clemson take contested twos.
If you think about it, you look at some of the advanced analytics with KenPom, the Blue Devils are one of the top teams in the country. Teams are only shooting a little more than 40% from 2 against them. Here's Proctor into the paint. He'll rise up and hit another 2. So Proctor's got 13. He's the leading scorer, and the lead back to 6, 36-30 with 3.5 minutes to play until the break.
Yeah, right now that metric's taking a hit this first half.
Ideally, it'll even itself out over the course of the game. As here's Zachary on the drive, spinning on James, can't shoot. Back outside, deflected by Evans. He dives to the deck, and he's going to pick up a foul. Crashing into Dylan Hunter. That'll be the first on Isaiah. Unfortunately for the Blue Devils, that is team foul number 8. So 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Dylan Hunter. He's not one of the better ones on the team. 60.7% on the year.
For the Blue Devils, all of those fouls have been really evenly distributed. Everybody who's been in the game has gotten 1, except for Knipple with the 2.
Kahn's on the bench where he went when he picked up that flagrant foul. 4.5 minutes to go in the half, and likely will be alongside the Blue Devil coaching staff for the rest of the first half. Only 3:22 left to be played in it as Reeves returns for Clemson. They've only got 1 with 2. It's Victor Locken. He left with 6:17 to play in the half, and we've yet to see him return. Meanwhile, everyone getting situated along the free throw line. A Sion James repositions. Malowacz is on the low block on the right. The freshman out of Rebecca Sudan. Cooper's on the low block on the left. Front into the 1-and-1 for Dylan Hunter. No good. Long rebound, though. Came down to Christian Reeves. He fell down. They're going to call another foul. I think he just slipped. Who's this going to be on? James, and that's his second.
I'd have to see a replay to see if there was any contact up top, but it looked like when his feet hit the ground, he just fell down. But
Christian, of course, played at Duke last year. He's 6 of 8 at the line this season, 75%. I didn't see a whole lot there. Front into the 1-and-1 is good for Reeves. That's his first point, makes it 36-31 as Sion James will have to leave with 3:20 to play in the half. And we see Caleb Foster for the first time, the sophomore to Harrisburg, North Carolina. So the Blue Devils nursing some foul trouble to the locker room. James and Knipple each with 2 now. And 4 the foul on the floor with 1. Reeves' second free throw good as well. 36-32, 3:20 to play until the break. Caleb across midcourt. Going to set up the offense. Dylan Hunter guarding him. Finds Proctor on the right. He's had the hot hand. Swings it low. Screen from Malowacz. How about a 3? Give it to him! Proctor dealing on the road. And the lead grows to 7.
Tyrese Proctor with 16 points now with 3 minutes to go in the half.
39-32. Chase Hunter whips one to the right. It's Dylan Hunter. His brother nearly walked, having a hard time looking to feed the post, cannot. To the left, Chase Hunter now. Cooper flag there defensively. Couple of jab steps. Wants to drive into the paint, steps through, rises up, missed it short. Reeves the offensive rebound, another foul. This one's on Malowacz, and that's his second. And Reeves back to the line this time for 2 on the 10th team foul. You mentioned Proctor already with 16, equaling the mark he had against Syracuse already with 3 threes. It's the 10th time this season he's had 3 or more threes.
Overall, 6 out of 8 from the floor, so 3 threes and 3 twos.
And in the double bonus, Christian Reeves, the redshirt freshman, is at the line to shoot 2 now. And the first one is no good. And you think about this, just to reiterate the point, the Blue Devils are doing all of this, and their leading scorer, Cooper Flagg, who averages just shy of 20 per game, is 1 of 4 from the field, has an assist and only 2 points. Pretty impressive stuff to be up 7 on the road, with Cooper only with 2 so far.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be one thing. If you're looking for the positive things about this half, that's certainly got to be one of them.
Second free throw for Reeves. Got that one to go. So all 3 of his points have come at the charity stripe, and it's 39-33 with 2:34 to play in the half. Caleb across midcourt, greeted by Chase Hunter. Malowacz has left the ball game with those 2 fouls, by the way. As the Blue Devils turn it over, Evans not looking for the pass to Proctor. At the other end, Heidbreeder waits for help. Shefflin has it. Nearly knocked loose by Foster. Sends it to the right. Heidbreeder baseline drive. Steps back. Can't shoot over Cooper. Now finds Shefflin again. Inside it goes. Reeves on a double team. Step through. Banked it home. Christian Reeves having one of his best games of the season here in the first half. He's got 5. The last 5 for Clemson, and he's brought him back within 4, 39-35 with 2 minutes to play in the half. Here's Cooper Flagg up top. Takes the screen from Malik Brown to the right. Thought about a 3 and sent to the left, Proctor. Tyrese back for Cooper. Shefflin defending him. Sends it back to the left. There's Tyrese. Fights his way towards midcourt, being defended by Zachary. 8 to shoot. Proctor steps back. Left it short. The long rebound for Heidbreeder. They go under 100 seconds to play in the half. Duke by 4, 39-35. Chase Hunter thought about a 30-footer over Malik Brown. Still thinking about it. Sends it over to the left. Heidbreeder into the corner it goes. In Zachary. Evans there defensively. Wants to drive him. Probing. Steps through. In some trouble. Needs some help. Bounces one up top. Heidbreeder. 10 on the timer. Proctor there defensively. Comes off of a screen. It was illegal. That'll be the first foul on Christian Reeves. Make it his second, No free throws on the player control foul. 7th team foul on the Tigers, but the Blue Devils will be in possession with 1:17 to play in the half.
He pleads his case, but really no question that happened.
Caleb Foster, Cooper Flagg, Malik Brown, Tyrese Proctor, and Isaiah Evans will go back to work at the other end, leading by 4. Cooper gets it in for Caleb. 3 of the starters sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. Knipple, James, and Malowacz. A bounce pass to the right. There's Brown. Faces up on Wiggins. Looking back door for Evans. Not there. Cross court, Caleb. Baseline drive. Got inside. Rises up. Left it short. Got his own rebound. Wouldn't go. Third try, no. And the rebound for Shefflin. Knocked loose by Brown, but Shefflin got it back. Into the final minute of the opening half. Duke up by 4, 39-35. And here's a steal by Cooper. A race to the other end to punch it down with 2 hands. He's got 4. The lead back to 6. 41-35. No defense for that?
There's no defense for that.
And Clemson's going to take their use it or lose it timeout. We'll break for 30, 38.1 to play till halftime. Duke 41 and Clemson 35.
Bonuses used to be everywhere. Boxes of cereal, a baker's dozen, airline upgrades, even without quadruple diamond platinum status. Life is better with the bonus. That's why the North Carolina Education Lottery is adding bonus chances to multiply your win on Multiply the Cash scratch-offs. More chances than ever to win over $140 million in total prizes. Because everything is better with a bonus. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.31 to 4.86. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Back inside Little John Coliseum, the Blue Devils by 6, 41-35 with 38.1 to play here in our first half. Don't forget the Duke basketball is brought to you in part by Harris Teeter. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for groceries. We were talking about this during that brief timeout, John Roth. Clemson is shooting better than 71% from the field, and somehow John Shire's group is up by 6 on the road, 41-35.
Clemson has only missed 6 shots in this game. They've almost missed as many free throws. They missed 4 free throws, but 15 out of 21, and most of those have been from 2. They're just 1 out of 3 from 3-point range. Obviously, a detriment for them has been the fact that they've committed 10 turnovers that Duke has turned into 18 points.
Another timeout. Zachary with it. About a 13-second differential shot clock to game clock. On the right, Hunter sends it over to the left. Zachary further to the left. Heidbreeder a 3. No, the long rebound chased down by Heidbreeder. Knocked loose by Proctor. Stolen on the deck. Timeout Blue Devils. That'll leave them with 2. Proctor has a new career high with thefts. That's 4. And what an effort for the junior out of Sydney, Australia here on the road.
Absolutely. Tyrese Proctor all in this contest. You can see it on the offensive end. He knows how difficult it's been for Cooper Flagg to find separation, and he's really taken it upon himself at that end to be the leader of this team, but also just the total hustle to try to come up with a loose ball on that play. To not lose the possession here. John Shire really stresses how well you play at the end of this first half, the beginning of the second half, and they want to go into the locker room feeling good about how they finished this half.
Well, the timeout's worth the possession in my mind anyway. Also, they would have had it with the possession arrow, but what that means is as long as you don't get tied up here, they'll have it to start the second half as well. So now you get that thing we talk about in football all the time.
Yeah,
try to bridge the two halves with the Bucs. We'll see how it plays out. They've led by as many as 9 here in the first half. Right now it's 6, 41-35, 20.8 to go until the break.
Which means they can run it down with only 20.8. They can run it down and make sure they have the last possession of the half.
Can also get Con Knipple back into the ball game with those 2 fouls.
You got to figure he's not going to be prone to commit an offensive foul here.
Freshman out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it's he, Evans, Cooper Flag, Tyrese Proctor, Malik Brown. That is some shooting surrounding Malik.
And a couple of really good passers, too. Let's see where it goes.
Proctor across midcourt. What a half for him. Dribbles it low, nearly knocked loose by Chase Hunter. 12 seconds to play in the half. Proctor just holding on out near midcourt. 10 seconds and now 9. Proctor drifts to the middle, finds Con on the left. 6 seconds back to Tyrese. 5 and 4. A double team comes, knocked loose along the sideline. Tyrese got it back, tried to feed the corner, deflected, and that'll be halftime. Good defensive stand by Clemson there at the end of the half. The Blue Devils did not get a shot off, but on the back and the shoulders literally of Tyrese Proctor. They lead by 6 at the break. He had 16. Con Knipple had 11. And after 20 minutes at Little John Coliseum, it's Duke 41 and Clemson 35 as we send it to the studio in Kyle.
David, thanks so much. We'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard. ACC top 25, 8 games in the league at 17 in all in the top 25. 3 ranked on ranked showdowns and plenty of ranked teams taking on unranked teams in their own building. An update on the scoreboard, highlights, and numbers all coming up. Duke leads 41-35 at Clemson. It's halftime here on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Bonuses used to be everywhere. Boxes of cereal, a baker's dozen, airline upgrades, even without quadruple diamond platinum status. Life is better with the bonus. That's why the North Carolina Education Lottery is adding bonus chances to multiply your win on Multiply the Cash scratch-offs. More chances than ever to win over $140 million in total prizes. Because everything is better with a bonus. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.31 to 4.86. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Steel gives you more than just reliable landscaping tools. Steel gives you battery-powered equipment trusted by the pros.
Quick outlet
from mowers and blowers to chainsaws and trimmers, take on your outdoor space with a name pros trust. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 battery blower set, including the AK-20 battery and AL101 battery charger. Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Available for a limited time at participating dealers while supplies last.
Follow the Blue Devils on and off the hardwood at Duke MBB. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and more. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
I feel happy. Valero Pay Plus app.
I feel happy. It makes savings a snap.
Use it and start saving automatically.
You just save some money, not too shabby.
I feel happy. I'm in and out real fast.
I feel happy. Now pit stops are a blast.
Download today and get in on the fun. Valero Pay Plus app. Your savings have begun.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Duke Basketball Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll break down the game's first 20 minutes, update scores from the ACC and the top 25, and preview the second half. Our halftime coverage begins inside the Learfield Network studios. Here's Kyle Schasberger.
41-35, number 2 Duke leads at Clemson inside Little John Coliseum. 2 in double figures. Tyrese Proctor has 16 to lead everyone in scoring. Both teams shooting lights out for the floor. John Roth will give you a closer look at the numbers as we move along here in halftime. But let's take you through the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll start in the top 25. As there will be a big shakeup in next week's AP Top 25 poll, perhaps at number 1.
And Clayton comes away with the rebound as one of the Tigers went down. Into the left corner. Aberdeen for 3. Yes!
Sean Kelly from Learfield, Florida, goes on to knock off top-ranked Auburn, deal the Tigers their first loss in the SEC, 90-81. 6th-ranked Florida knocks off top-ranked Auburn. Among the other notables in top 25, number 5, Houston wins by 10 at Colorado, 69-59. 10th-ranked Texas A&M wins one of 3 ranked-on-ranked matchups, 2 coming out of the SEC, Florida, Auburn, the other. But the Aggies win 67-64. They hang on late against 15th-ranked Missouri in Como. 11th-ranked Marquette falls at Creighton, 77-67. 8th-ranked Iowa State ends a 3-game slide. They win by 30 in Ames, site of College Game Day today over TCU, 82-52. 4th-ranked Tennessee routs Oklahoma and Norman, 70-52. 16th-ranked Kansas loses the Sunflower Showdown at Kansas State, 81-73. Dusty May returns to his alma mater, Indiana. 24th-ranked Michigan, 70-67 winners at IU. 21st-ranked Wisconsin defeats Iowa and Iowa City, 74-63. 14th-ranked Kentucky, 80-57. They get back in the win column at home over South Carolina. 9th-ranked Michigan State, after suffering back-to-back Big Ten losses, their first 2 of the season, they win at home over Oregon, 86-74. Among the games in progress, number 2 Mississippi State leading at Georgia, 57-54. 10 minutes to go in the second half. Same point at Minnesota, where 23rd-ranked Illinois is leading by 13 at Minnesota. Let's go to the ACC. 8 games in all in progress. NC State, who fell at Cal on Thursday night, trying to pick off Stanford in Palo Alto.
Parker's step back lets a 3 fly. Switches it in right corner. Trey Parker makes it 11-10 pack. 11-23 and ticking till intermission.
Matt Chasanow from Learfield, 19-13 is the score. Wolfpack in front inside of 7 minutes play in the opening half. Took 3 overtimes at Syracuse. The Orange beat Boston College 95-86. J.J. Starling with 28 points. North Carolina plays their 10th one-possession ball game, the most since the advent of the three-point shot, and they win by 1, 67-66 over visiting Pittsburgh. Wake Forest has won their 9th game in 11 tries, 76-66 at Cal. Virginia Tech upsets Notre Dame in South Bend, 65-63. Louisville over Miami by 10, 88-78. And Virginia downs Georgia Tech, 75-61 in Charlottesville. 41-35, Blue Devils by 6. Take you through the high points when we return to moment. This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Blue Devil fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free car wash rewards. Download the app today and your first car wash is free. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now.
We've called a 60-second local break timeout. Then more Duke basketball. You're listening to the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
This copyright copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Duke University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Duke University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Duke University.
Duke 41, Clemson 35. Kyle Shasper with you inside Studio 21. It's intermission. Let's take you through the high points of this ball game. Duke scored the first 6 points to lead 6-0. Clemson knocked down their first 6 shots. It was 14-12. Blue Devils by 2. It was a 6-point game inside of 8 minutes play in the opening half when Tyrese Proctor in a building painted orange would pour on the Duke Blue from deep.
Here come the Blue Devils leading by 6. Proctor with 8 minutes to go in the half. Shovels one to the right at James. Crossed over on Hunter. Into the paint. Kicks out. Proctor a 3. Good! Tyrese is the first into double figures. He's got 11.
Proctor had 16, one of his 3 3-pointers. Clemson went on a 6-0 run, and Con Knippel would drill one of his 3 long-range shots to move the advantage back to 6.
Brown sends it back up top to Cooper. Now to the left and Tyrese. A step to the baseline on Hunter. Opts to go to the right. Lob it back to the baseline for Cooper. 2 defenders crash at him. Up top, Con will launch and hit a 3. So they double Cooper. He finds the open man. Knippel's into double figures, and the lead back to 6.
Stop one freshman, and another one comes through.
The only other one in double figures with 11. The advantage would be just 4 again when Tyrese Proctor continued his hot shooting.
36. The lead grows to 7.
39-32, and in celebration of Dick Vitale's return to the broadcast booth for the first time in a couple of years. How about the punctuation late in the frame from a diaper dandy?
Into the final minute of the opening half. Duke up by 4, 39-35. And here's a steal by Cooper. A race to the other end to punch it down with 2 hands. He's got 4. The lead back to 6.
41-35. That's our halftime score. John Roth has all the numbers when we return after this.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for 2.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at 2 Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at 2menandatruck.com.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. And that ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
Duke up 6 at halftime, 41-35 at Clemson. Halftime stats are presented by Steel. Trusted Steel power in the palm of your hand. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. Shooting was the story of this first half. High shooting, high percentage shooting. The Blue Devils 57% from the floor and Clemson 68% for the Blue Devils. The leaders were Proctor and Knippel. Proctor 6 out of 9 for 16 and Knippel 4 out of 6 for 11. Cooper Flagg, Duke's leading scorer in the season, held to 4 in that half. Sion James with 7 to round out the scoring. On the other side, leading scorer was Locken, 8. He was 4 for 4 from the floor and 5 for Zachary on 2 for 3. Rebounding, Clemson's up 11-9, but one of the big numbers has been the turnover stat, and the Clemson has committed 10 in this first half. And the Blue Devils have turned those into 18 points, and most of those turnovers have been forced as the Blue Devils have come up with 7 steals in this half alone. So the Blue Devils up by 6, 20 minutes to go. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Duke fans, we want you to choose different and choose fun with Hi-Chew, the immensely fruity, intensely chewy candy that leaves your mouth watering with over 30 true-to-life flavors. Hi-Chew is available in sticks, peg bags, stand-up pouches, and unwrapped bites for when you're on the go. Head to your local grocery or convenience store to grab a bag, or search hichew.com to find Hi-Chew candy near you. That's hi-chew.com.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
He'll fire, and it's good!
This is Duke head men's basketball coach John Shire. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Off we go to the second half here at Littlejohn Coliseum. The Blue Devils by 6 at the break, 41-35. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer, engineer, back inside our network studios is Kyle Schaffsberger here tonight. Tyrese Proctor led the way in that first half. He had 16. He's only gone for 20 or more once this season. His personal best is 24. But man, he was filling it up outside. He and Kahn each had 3 threes. Kahn was the other double-figure scorer. Kahn Knipple, who had 11. They had 27 of the 41. And I guess, John Roth, if you want to look at both teams, you could say, well, our guy hasn't really gotten going. For the Blue Devils, Cooper Flagg only has 4 points. And for Clemson, Chase Hunter only has 4 as well.
Absolutely right. Those are the 2 leading scorers for their teams across the course of the season. Cooper, 20 points a game, and Hunter at 18 points a game. So significant that each team could stop the other's leading score, but some other people have filled in admirably. For the Blue Devils, obviously, Tyrese Proctor had the big half, and they got some good production, I thought, from Locken in their first half. Perfect shooting and good scoring inside for him.
Duke will have it first here in the second half. Starters back out there. Sion James, Tyrese Proctor, Kahn Knipple, Cooper Flagg, and Kaman Malawach. Same story for Clemson. Jaden Zachary, Chase Hunter, Ian Shefflin, Dylan Hunter, and Victor Locken. We'll watch the Blue Devils go left to right here in the second half from Littlejohn Coliseum. Our position on concourse behind the team benches. Cooper has it for Malawach, right back to Cooper. Thought about a 3. Instead, he'll drive. Shefflin got inside. Jumper up from 10. Wouldn't go. Rebound tapped. Foul coming on Clemson, and it's on Dylan Hunter holding Sion James on the rebounding action. And that'll be the second on Dylan Hunter.
Cooper shot from the right side, and Sion James was on the opposite on the left, came in crashing for a board and got held.
It could have easily been a hook and hold. As I get a second glance, they're not going to look at it. Knipple will inbound, right baseline, left side of the hoop. Waiting, finds Proctor in the corner. Back up top, Cooper's got it now. To the right, Sion James off of the screen. Sion probing, lobs it to the corner. Proctor, a ball fake from 3, steps closer, hits from 2. He's got 18, and the lead swells to 8, 43-35. How smooth was that jumper?
Just keep feeding that.
19:25 to go. Chase Hunter now up top for Ian Shefflin. Nearly knocked loose by Cooper Flagg. Now Cooper defending Dylan Hunter on a switch. Up top for Locken. Back for Hunter in front of his own bench. Trying to drive Cooper Flagg into the paint. Look for space. Nearly threw it away. Deflected by Proctor. He's bumped into, trying to save it on the sideline. It'll be Clemson basketball with 8 to shoot. He got hip check trying to go out to get the basketball. Did he not, John Roth?
He looked like he did, and still almost kept his balance. If he could have just held on, he had a clear sail to the basket on a fast break, but just got knocked off his pins a little bit.
So do we Chase Hunter to inbound sideline left with 8 to shoot. Right next to his head coach, Brad Brownell. Does for Zachary. 7 and 6. Crossing over on James. Can't get by. Behind the back. 3 and 2. Drives to the baseline. Forced it up. Cooper may have gotten a piece. Malawach the rebound. An outlet pass for Cooper Flagg on the left, leading by 8. Waits. Cooper going to work. Crossover on Dylan Hunter. Turns down the screen from Malawach. Drives to the paint. Puts it off the window. No. Malawach gets it back. Goes up. Left it short. They fight for the rebound. Clemson has it with Dylan Hunter. Some good looks inside, though. 18:40 to go. Duke up by 8, 43-35. Shefflin backing down Proctor right side of the paint. Still trying to back him down. Steps into the paint. Nearly knocked loose by Malawach. Forced it up anyway. Missed it too strong. Rebound tapped. James had to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils. Active inside, but they couldn't come up with the basketball.
And Shefflin is tough to dislodge that basketball from, even though they had a lot of defenders on him. Still able to get something up on the rim.
Very good rebounder. He's only got 3 so far, though.
He's number 2 in the ACC in rebounding.
9.5 per game. As it's Dylan Hunter going to work up top. Defended by Knipple off of the screen. Malawach has him on a switch. They lob it into the paint on Lockett. Steps through on Malawach. Scooped it off the window and down. And it's Victor Lockett, the first in a double figures for Clemson, 43-37. They're back within 6 as we approach 18 minutes to play. Sion James at the top of the key. Looks to the left. There's Cooper Flagg. Thought about a 3 on Shefflin. Instead, he surveys the defense. Malawach sets the screen. Cooper takes a 3. Wouldn't go. The rebound for Chase Hunter. Blue Devils now 6 of 11 from outside. Clemson in transition, trailing by 6. Blue Devils recover nicely defensively. Hunter feeds one in the pocket for Lockett. Drives on Cooper. Went straight up. He missed the shot. Got his own rebound. Back up. Counted in a foul. We'll see if they tag it on Malawach. They will, and that's his 3rd.
Locken providing a lot of energy, not to mention all the production that he's putting onto the score sheet. Has this crowd going crazy.
Or did they get that to Knipple? No, they gave it to Malawach. And as I got to look at a replay, John Roth, I don't think there was a foul. They made the shot. You tell me. I didn't see him touch him.
It looked like his hand didn't get over there. But
meanwhile, Locken at the free throw line for his first attempt of the day, where he hits him at a 71% clip. He can bring Clemson back within 3.
I could have seen that more if they'd have called it on Kahn from behind, because it looked like he reached in.
And free throw's good. So it's 43-40 with 17:40 to go. James across midcourt. Surveys the defense, bounces one up top for Malik Brown as Malawach had to leave, found a cutter. Proctor to punch it down with the right hand. Tyrese has 20 and the lead back to 5.
Once again, another great pass from Malik Brown.
Nice little finish short. Nice little punch for Tyrese. 45-40 with 17:15 to go.
Okay.
Hunter for Locken, one-on-one with Brown. Back up top it comes for Jaden Zachary. Off of the screen, tried to feed in the pocket. It was kicked, so they'll reset the shot clock to 20. Good kick, though. Probably denied an easy layup, right?
Yep, no question.
And with 17:08 to go, Clemson inbound sideline left. Dylan Hunter being contested by Con Knipple. Waits, they lob it in for Shefflin, hands it back to Hunter. Off a couple of screens, can't get by. Brown finally had him defensively. Off to the left and Chase Hunter. Waiting, lobs it to the post. Man, Locken pushed off Cooper Flagg, drives and scores. They just let it go. Locken has 15. I mean, that was egregious. 45-42, 16:50 to go. James whips one to the baseline, deflected, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blue Devils. It has been very physical, at least at one end of the floor. Or allowed to be, I should say, as Del Jones will come in for Clemson.
Probably been pretty physical at both ends of the floor.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a shove off, and it turned into a basket in the open court. Like, how do you miss that? Knipple to inbound, does for Cooper. Swings it high. Top of the key, Cooper driving, Lock-in drives, puts it off the window, couldn't get it to go. The rebound for Shefflin, and here comes Clemson down by 3, 45-42. Del Jones along the sideline, ran into his own man, now he's in trouble. Proctor there defensively. Shoveled one up top, Chase Hunter has it now, 18 to shoot, off of the screen. Here comes a double team, the pass deflected, came to Lock-in, knocked loose. James going to get ticketed for a foul on a reach, and that'll be his 3rd. I mean, if the Blue Devils are breathing on people, they're getting called for a foul. And Clemson's forearm shoving people, and it's nothing.
Oh,
we get another look. That is not a foul. That is a deflection. John Shire, his hands on his hips in disbelief.
Oh, that's a tough one.
James
in that replay.
Stay out there with his 3rd foul. Wiggins back into the ballgame for Clemson. Zachary with it now. Up top for Jones between the rings. Off of a screen set by Shefflin. Behind the back with the dribble. Wants to drive Brown into the paint. Scoops it up. Missed it. Rebound tapped once, twice. Who's got it? Cooper has it now. He's undercut. Hey! The whistle goes. And it's on Del Jones, and that's his first. So maybe we've established a baseline now.
You have to hit him below the knees. Okay.
Second team foul on the Tigers. 16:06 to go. And Brad Brownell, unfamiliar with the fact that his team can actually be called for a foul, protesting that whistle. Cooper bounces one in for Sion. You know now, though, you got to be strong with the ball. Got to be physical. As Sion works his way to the left, peels out of it. Spinning, being bodied up by Jones. Bounce one for Brown. Wiggins there defensively at the free throw line. Bounces it once, spins to the right corner. Cooper flag. A jab step on Shefflin. Now Proctor has it. Probing into the paint. Raked at. Somehow it'll hold on. Bounced it to James. Goes up. And he's fouled and will shoot two. How about the strength for Tyrese Proctor and then the presence of mind to find James as Wiggins picks up number two. Let's take a break. 15:43 to go. The Blue Devils lead at 45-42.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/Go Duke.
For more information, find your local independent insurance agent at insure-agent.com.
Hey Blue Devil fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free car wash rewards. Download the app today and your first car wash is free. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now.
Hey Duke fans, want to enhance your game day experience? Poetry Finance, official digital banking partner of Duke Athletics, is here to help. With Poetry, managing your finances is a breeze. Just download the Poetry app to discover how Poetry Finance can help you. Poetry Finance, write your own future. Start now. Financial tools for everyone. Let us help you get started at poetryfinance.com. That's poetryfinance.com.
15:43 to go in this one. The Blue Devils by 3 on the road, 45-42. David Shumate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios is Kyle Schasberger. Don't forget that the FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams. Watch all the big hits, big shots, big goals, all in one place for coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets. Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long. When you look at the stat sheet, you kind of have to recalibrate how you think about things. The Blue Devils have been so good defensively this year, but Clemson just cannot miss. 62% from the field, 18 of 29. What they have done is take away the three-point game for the Tigers. They came in making 9 per game, a little more than that, in fact, and right now they're 1 for 4 from outside. The Blue Devils 6 out of 11 from deep. They're shooting the ball well as well, 51.5%. But Clemson has just been off the charts in terms of their shooting percentage from 2. And Victor Locken having himself a ball game. He's already got 15 after only having 5 points and 3 rebounds against Georgia Tech. And a little dealing some foul difficulty as well as Malawach and James each with 3 here early in the second half, and Concanipple playing with 2.
Yeah, Locken doing an excellent job for them. 15 points on 7 out of 8. He and Tyrese Proctor kind of handling the scoring load for their respective teams. Tyrese leading scorer in the game with the 20 on 8 out of 11. Both teams under 50% actually in this half, but for the game, the shooting has been incredible. And it's a one-possession game when we come back with, I believe, Sion James at the free throw line?
Yeah, and the two teams have kind of canceled each other out in terms of their advantage. Clemson's had more points in the paint because of Locken. The Blue Devils certainly have had more points from 3, and they've also really dominated things in terms of points off turnovers. After having 23 against Syracuse, they've already got 18 here tonight to just 6 for the Tigers, as the Blue Devils only have 6 turnovers and Clemson has 10. although the Tigers have yet to turn it over here in the second half.
The Blue Devils have been pretty strong with the ball in this contest, not feeding really the Clemson fast break game with live ball turnovers.
If you're just joining us, no Mason Gillis for the Blue Devils again here tonight, dealing with an illness. Did not make the trip. So it's been a shortened bench, really about 7 deep. We saw Caleb Foster, but only briefly in the first half as James hits the first free throw out of the timeout. He's got 8 for the ball game now.
Clemson has gone down 10 guys deep into their bench so far.
See if Sion can take the lead back to 5 with a second free throw. That's too strong. Cooper got a hand on the rebound, and he's going to pick up a foul. Trying to knock it away from Chase Hunter, and that is the second on Cooper Flagg. 15:42 to go. Third foul on the Blue Devils. Clemson's been whistled for 3 as well. Cooper saying, so that's a foul. What happened at the other? Sorry, I'll let it go.
Okay, here we go.
46-42. 15:40 to go. Here is Del Jones. Bouncing one for Shefflin. Cooper there defensively. Shefflin spins, hands it off for Zachary, and now Locken has it. Swings it through on Malik Brown. Into the corner goes in Zachary. Off of the screen, Brown has him on a switch. Now Zachary came loose for a second to the baseline. Locken has it. Backing down on Cooper. At the block on the left. Spins to the middle, rises up, lays it in again. Locken has been the offense for Clemson. They're back within 2. He's got 17, 46-44 as we approach 15 minutes to play. Knipple bounces one to the right. There's Malik Brown. They sag off of him. They go to the left. Knipple hit a 3, but the foul was called off the ball, and James is still down.
He and Zachary had a tremendous collision there right at the elbow.
First foul on Jaden Zachary. 4th on Clemson here in the second half as Dylan Hunter returns, and Sion now back to his feet. Talking with one of our officials, Ron Groover. Here's another look. I mean, that's just a forearm shiver and a push to the face. And now the head coach of the Blue Devils asking for an explanation. As Knipple will be the inbounder on the right baseline, left side of the hoop. Leading by 2 on the road. They lob it in for Cooper. Catches in the paint. Going to work on Shefflin. Rises up. Wouldn't go. Has not been Cooper Flagg's day. He is now 2 of 10 from the field, with only 4 points so far. Meanwhile, at the other end, Del Jones can't hit a 3 off the right. They fight for the rebound. Knipple out of there with it. Good rebound inside, preserving the 2-point lead, 46-44 with 14:42 to go. Now Knipple's open on the right. His 3 is good. Kahn doing it at both ends. He's got 14. And the lead back to 5. It feels like it's been that 5 to 9 range for most of the ball game.
Yeah, Kahn with his 4th 3 of this game.
14:24 to go. Dylan Hunter backs out to midcourt. Send it to Shefflin on the right. Now further into the corner in Zachary. Shot clock's at 10. Behind the back on James. On a switch, the jumper over Brown is good. So Jaden Zachary now with 7. And Clemson's back within 3, 49-46 as we approach 14 minutes to play. Cooper Flagg looks to the bench, gets the play call from the head coach, feeds Sion James on the left. Waiting. Proctor trying to get loose. Finally does come to get the basketball, then gave it right back to Cooper. 12 to shoot. Lobs it to the left. Proctor got hit by Lachlan out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. And with 10 to shoot, the Blue Devils inbound along the left sideline. As we see Patrick Gungbo for the first time today, the freshman out of Manassas, Virginia, as Cooper Flagg will get a breather. And Chase Hunter returns for Clemson. As Del Jones will leave. So it's Knipple, Gungba, James, Proctor, and Brown. Off the inbound, James, right back to Kahn. Lobs it to the left, James. He's got a driving lane to the corner. Brown a 3. Short. The rebound, whistle, and a foul on the Blue Devils. And we'll see who they tag it on. It's on Knipple, and he joins the party. That's his 3rd. So 3 each on James, Knipple, and Maluach. 4th team foul here in the second half.
So foul difficulty starting to mount up here for the Blue Devils with still that much time left in this game.
Fouls and free throws feel like they're going to be a big part of the story here. I mentioned the guys in foul trouble. Each team has been whistled for 4 here, and just more than 6 minutes gone in the second half. It'll be Dylan Hunter to bring it across for Clemson. Greeted by Knipple. Sends it over to the left and Chase Hunter. Swings it low on Proctor. Comes off of a screen. Back up top, Shefflin. Now back to the left, Hunter again. Lachlan just pushing Proctor in the back, trying to set a screen. Hunter comes off of it, kicks to the right corner. Zachary couldn't shoot over James. He'll drive right side of the paint. Lost it. Knipple to the deck to try to save it. We get a whistle. Alternating possession on the tie-up. We'll keep it with Clemson.
Kahn going to the deck, though, to try to get a loose ball for the Blue Devils.
As Cooper Flagg will come back in. He sat for all of 34 seconds. And Malik Brown will head out. The officials are talking this over, I think, about the shot clock. And they're going to leave it at 3.4 to shoot for Clemson. So they're going to say Knipple never really possessed it before he was tied up. You know, they're drying off the basketball with 13:16 to go. It was a free-flowing offensive game in the first half, a little bit more of a defensive tussle here since intermission.
This is probably more what we might have expected at the beginning.
Dylan Hunter to inbound sideline right, and before he does, Isaiah Evans will come into the ball game. And Sion James, I think, is going to leave. Yes. So James heads out with those 3 fouls. And it'll be Dylan Hunter to inbound sideline right. Some 25 feet out from the hoop with only 3 to shoot. Waiting, gets it in for Shefflin. Top of the key of 3. Good. He ties the game at 49. Shefflin just 32.8% from 3. And the crowd comes to their feet at Little John Coliseum. 13:03 to go. Cooper Flagg, top of the key. Feeds it to Gungba. Gungba waiting, a handoff for Knipple. Whips it to the right, Cooper. Cross court, Evans. A touch pass for Proctor. A jab step, plenty of time, 12 to shoot. Tyrese waiting. Comes off of a screen set by Cooper. Weaves to the right, 7 and 6. Jumps up. Can't hit a 3. Gungba got a hand on the rebound. It's into the hands of Shefflin. 12:37 to go, tied at 49. Here comes Clemson into front court. Shefflin leaves it for Chase Hunter. Swings it low on Cooper. Drives, got to the baseline, and Clemson has the lead as Chase Hunter lays it in. He's got 6, and the Blue Devils might be looking for a timeout. They've only got 2, though. 51-49, 12:20 to go. And Proctor going to call out the offense here. John Shire's going to play it out.
I would think they could wait for immediate timeout with 12:14 on the clock.
Clemson has scored the last 7. And they've got the lead for the first time today. Proctor bounces one to the baseline of Cooper Flagg. Into the paint, fouled. On the swipe, it'll either be on Shefflin or Chase Hunter. And it's going to be on Chase Hunter, and that is just his first foul.
Cooper checking his mouth to make sure his teeth are all still there.
And it'll be Christian Reeves back into the ballgame as Locken will head out. Cooper Flagg wiping his face where he got hit. 15 foul on Clemson, so the Blue Devils inching towards the bonus. But trailing for the first time today, having not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. And Cooper Flagg still holding a towel to his face, dealing with some blood. As Jose Fonseca, the trainer's over to deal with that. Malik Brown's going to come in, and Patrick Gungba's going to head out. Cooper looks to be all right. He gets the play call from the bench. I wonder if something like that might light the fire.
You know, quite a few times this year there have been instances where something has made Cooper angry and it's caused a total elevation of his play. We'll see what happens. Knipple inbounds for Brown. At the right block, lobs it back outside for Kahn. Waiting, swings it high, wants to drive. Got a step on Zachary, step through on Reeves, fades away, and left it short. The rebound for Reeves. Under 12 minutes to go. The Blue Devils down by a bucket, 51-49. Dylan Hunter across midcourt. Isaiah Evans greets him at the top of the key. Hunter drifts to the right off of a screen set by Reeves. Brown crashes out at Dylan Hunter. He had to back out near midcourt. Shot clock's at 10. To the left, it's Chase Hunter. Thinking about it with Proctor defending. 6 and 5 to the right. Deflected by Brown. He got a hand on it out of bounds. It'll be Clemson basketball when we come back. 11:29 to go. They'll have 4.4 to shoot. But the Tigers do have the lead. It's 51-49 here at Clemson.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles Juicy Golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. And that ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
Back here inside Little John Coliseum, 11:29 to go. The Blue Devils trail it by 2, 51-49. And Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Kohl's. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's at Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Kyle Schasberger. Duke has led by as many as 9 here this afternoon. Clemson taking their first lead moments ago with 12:23 to go on a Chase Hunter drive that made it 51-49. And it'll be the Tigers in possession, having scored the last 7 after a little bit of a slow start for them from the field here in the second half. They've heated back up, 7 of 12 since the break, 22 of 34 in the ball game. And John Roth, you do some quick math, they are 20 of 28 from 2. That's an unbelievable percentage. The Blue Devils are shooting 47% themselves and 50% from 3, but since halftime, just 1 of 4 from outside and 3 of 12 from the field.
And those in-game stats presented by Steel. Trusted Steel power in the palm of your hand. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. But you're absolutely right there. And Clemson's half here in the second half, they've actually doubled up the Blue Devils in scoring, 16-8 in this half.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
No, you're good. Those were the in-game stats.
As it'll be the Blue Devils looking for a defensive stop. The last time they were in this position, Shefflin hit a prayer from the top of the key at the end of the shot clock, inbounding with just 3 to shoot. Now it's 4.4, and they're inbounding in a very similar spot along the right sideline. A boatload of foul difficulty for John Shire's group. Sion James, Con Knippel, and Kaman Malawach each with 3. Cooper Flagg has 2. For Clemson, a couple of different guys with 2. Wiggins, Lockett, Hunter, and Reeves, but no one yet has 3.
And that would be the Dylan Hunter, not the Chase Hunter, with the 2.
It'll be Dylan Hunter inbounding along the right sideline. Knippel, Brown, Flagg, Proctor, and James, the 5 on the floor in Duke Blue. And we're ready to go. Hunter to inbound. They're curling along the right sideline. Nobody's come open yet. Looking cross court. Lobs it for Chase Hunter. Deflected by Cooper. Into the corner. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils. The clock continued to run, so they're going to have to go look at this. Right now it says 1.6 to shoot.
It should be in the 2s. 2 something.
And Ron Groover and company will head over to take a peek at the monitor and gives us a chance to tell you. To join us on Monday night for the latest edition of the Fast Break with head coach John Shire comes your way from the Washoe Inn and Golf Club. Our next episode will air from 6 to 7 o'clock on Monday night. We'll be with you throughout the season. You can catch the show live on WRAL News Plus, 96.5 FM in Durham, 99.3 FM in Raleigh, and on the Buzz, 6:20 a.m. and 15:50 a.m. and across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network.
The game clock will be adjusted to 11:28. Shot clock 3 seconds.
So they say only 1.4 went off the clock.
All that? Okay. Of course, it doesn't start till somebody actually touches it. It took them a long time to get the ball passed in.
And now Clemson left inbound from an equally awkward spot in front of their own bench along the left sideline, very close to the baseline. It'll be Dylan Hunter to cue it in again and Con Knippel to contest it again.
This may be one of the hardest places to run an inbounds play from in basketball.
Dylan Hunter has it in possession. They're trying to get somebody loose. It's his brother with Brown on him. 2-1. Going to have to fade away. And that didn't catch the rim. Shot clock violation. So good defense for the Blue Devils with 11:24 to go. They've got it back trailing by 2. The defense has, as you said, been better here in the second half. They've only given up 16 points, but offensively, got to get going. Haven't scored in more than 3 minutes now. James curling on the right, trying to change that to the hoop. Went for the dunk and missed it. And the rebound out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils.
Malik Brown tried to tap the rebound to Cooper over in the corner, but Cooper had taken a step to his right, and the ball just went into the stands.
So Clemson will have it back. This drought for John Shire's group is going to extend beyond 3.5 minutes. 51-49, they trail by 2 as we approach 11 minutes to play. Dylan Hunter off of the screen up top. Malik Brown crashed at him, so he had to get rid of it for Shefflin on the left. Inside Locken on Brown, trying to step through, forced it up, missed it. They fight for the rebound, and it comes out to Zachary. Now Shefflin at the left elbow, back outside Locken. Putting the left-hand dribble down. Fed it to Zachary, now to the right, and Chase Hunter. Off the pass to the corner, Zachary a 3 on the left, good. Brown nearly got a hand on it, but Zachary able to hit from outside. Clemson has scored 10 in a row, and they lead by 5, 54-49, with 10:35 to go. Sion James for Cooper Flagg on the left. Off of the screen, set by Sion. Cooper drives inside, rises up, banked it off the window, no. The rebound for Brown, 12 to shoot. Out for a James 3. No, and inside the rebound for Shefflin. Duke has gone cold. They've missed 7 of their last 8 from the field in each of their last 5. Meanwhile, Dylan Hunter at the other end. Looking inside. Locking catches on Malik Brown. Waiting, nearly lost it. Sends it back up top. Off of the screen, Chase Hunter got airborne, and they're going to say Brown fouled him. 15th foul, second on Malik.
But to your point, the Blue Devils have gone cold in this half. Overall, 3 out of 15 from the floor in this half.
And Clemson has stopped turning it over. 10 in the first half, only 1 since halftime. And it was of the shot clock variety, so not a chance to get out and run.
And Duke hasn't turned it over this half either, but they have not been able to make a shot.
Chase Hunter to inbound. Gets it in for Dylan Hunter. Back for Chase Hunter on the right. We hit the midway point of the second half. Duke down by 5, 54-49. Dangerous pass. Found its way to Locken. Outside Dylan Hunter. Left side 3. That won't go. The rebound tapped. Whistle. Foul on the Blue Devils inside. On the rebounding action, they're going to give it to... We'll wait and see. Is it on?
Con and Cooper were both there.
If it's on Knippel, that is number 4. That is a significant issue with 9:54 to go.
Legitimate foul, though. I think he did get a part of Shefflin's arm as he was trying to reach up and grab a rebound.
Also the 16th foul, so Clemson will be in the bonus on the next common foul as Isaiah Evans will return, and we'll see how long Con Knippel sits with those 4 fouls. Yeah, one you just can't do if you're Con right there, sitting with 3. And now Clemson, another opportunity. By the way, the scoring drought for John Shire's group is nearly 5 minutes. Del Jones bounces into traffic, deflected, came to Shefflin, whirling dervish layup, no, tap follow, yes. We'll see who they give it to. I think Shefflin was the one who put it home. That's 12 unanswered for the Tigers. And they lead by 7, 56-49, 9:40 to go. And John Shire calls for time. It'll extend to a full, we'll take it as well. Little John Coliseum as loud as it's been all day as the Tigers lead by 7.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Bonuses used to be everywhere. Boxes of cereal, a baker's dozen, airline upgrades, even without quadruple diamond platinum status. Life is better with the bonus. That's why the North Carolina Education Lottery is adding bonus chances to multiply your win on Multiply the Cash scratch-offs. More chances than ever to win over $140 million in total prizes. Because everything is better with a bonus. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.31 to 4.86. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a name!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
Inside Little John Coliseum, the Blue Devils with work to do. 9:40 to play in this one. They're down by 7, 56-49. And Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Well, the Blue Devils were red hot, particularly from 3 in the first half. 6 out of 10 from distance. They were scoring at will, but Clemson shot an unbelievable percentage from 2 and hung around. They were only down by 6 at halftime. Here in the second half, the Tigers have now used a 12-0 run over the last 4.5 minutes to turn a 5-point deficit into a 7-point lead. And for the Blue Devils, 12 points over 5 minutes isn't the end of the world, John Roth, but they haven't scored in those 5 minutes, and therein lies the issue. They're just 3 of 15 from the field here since halftime.
Yeah, there's been scoring in no category. No threes, no twos, no free throws. Nothing's really happened during that 5 minutes for the Blue Devils on the offensive end. And they have taken care of the ball. It's not like they've been getting down court and not getting shots off, but they have not been able to hit anything. And Clemson has gotten hot, as you said. And for the Blue Devils, it's time to now face what has been now their toughest challenge in ACC play thus far. Obviously undefeated in the league. Most of the games have been basically 20-point games or more, and now they're facing a 7-point deficit with less than 10 minutes to go, and they've only scored 8 points in this half after hitting for 41 in the first half. It's a pretty low number here, and Clemson's defense has certainly contributed to the difficulties on the shooting department for Duke.
They were in a very similar position in Winston-Salem a couple of weeks ago when they were down by 6 with just about 9 minutes to go. They obviously turned that around to win by 7, largely with their defense, and a guy that wears number 2, Cooper Flagg, turned it on late. Imagine they're going to look to him again. He's just 2 of 11 today and just 4 points. But he has the ability to take a game over all by himself, and he's out there with Isaiah Evans, Tyrese Proctor, Sion James, and Kaman Maluach. Con Knipple remains on the bench with those 4 fouls. And 11 in the first half, only 3 here in the second.
I think even though he's 2 for 11, they're not going to forget to go to Cooper Flagg down the stretch of this game. They're going to look to him.
He's got the top of the key, bounces one for James on the right. Looking to the left, Evans catches in the corner, jumps up, was standing on the sideline. The 3 wouldn't go anyway, and the Blue Devils turn it over.
First turnover of the half.
As he caught it, his back heel was on the sideline, and that's turnover number 7. And with 9:29 to go, Clemson has it back, a chance to extend what is their largest lead of the ball game. As Del Jones comes across midcourt. Sends one over to the left, Jaden Zachary. Waiting. Up top, Locken now. Right back for Zachary. And now Chase Hunter has it on the right. Looking back door, Locken came open. Oh, he missed the bunny right at the front of the rim. Of all the 2s they've made, that might have been the easiest one, and he missed it. And here come the Blue Devils left to right.
He's 8 out of 10 for the game, and that would have been the easiest.
Proctor has it on the left, weaving through traffic between the legs. Back up top for Cooper now. And Tyrese again, 14 to shoot. Off of the screen set by Cooper. They crash at him. Cooper on the left, on a cutter on the baseline, and James underneath the hoop. Outside, Evans a 3 on the right. Good. Isaiah Evans has his first points. A badly needed field goal. Snaps a 5.5-minute drought. They're back within 4, 56-52 with 8:40 to go. Zachary for Clemson. Up top, Locken. Looking inside for Shefflin. Knocked loose. Maluach got a hand on it. James to the deck. Able to save it. Was he out of bounds? They say yes.
Right at midcourt on the sideline. Great hustle play. Just extended over the sideline.
But you love the effort. Clemson gets it back with 8:32 to go. As Locken will leave and Christian Reeves comes back in for the Tigers. And now they're waiting for mops to come out and clean up the moisture on the far side of the floor. Some managers from the Duke side of things are coming out to help.
Sion James waves his guys out there to help him out.
Let's get some professionals involved here.
But good sign there, Isaiah Evans' last offensive possession. If you can get him the ball with anything close to an open look, he's going to pull the trigger quickly, and more often than not, it's on the target.
Fearless, to say the least. Had 10 points up at Syracuse, including 2 threes.
And you know the fact that he made that first one, he's brimming with the confidence that he's going to do it again next time.
And the Clemson fans are literally booing people drying up the floor. That's an interesting strategy. As Shefflin is set to inbound. We want guys to fall? Like, what do we do? Del Jones across midcourt. Waiting. Comes off of a screen to the right. Back to the left. Trying to try Proctor. Can't get by. Tough 2 up top is short. The long rebound. Evans had it. Taken away by Hunter. Got a theft in backcourt and a fresh 20 for the Tigers. Hunter on the left. Thought about a 3 over Cooper. Can't shoot. Trying to drive him into the paint. Step through. Dumped it off for Reeves, who stepped through. Nearly taken away. It is. Cooper knocked it loose, and here's Proctor. Whistle. They're going to call him for palming.
Legit
he
call.
did palm that, but also there were 3 fouls in backcourt they let go. So at some point, the foul causes the turnover.
Yeah.
Cooper got ran into. Proctor got bodied up. And it's not like it's been a tight whistle or a loose whistle at the other end, I should say. It has. They've called a bunch of fouls against the Blue Devils. We're sitting with Knipple with 4 and James and Malawach each with 3.
Well, Cooper just got bowled over after he knocked the ball loose. Ended up on his backside.
The head coach encouraging his guys, talking about John Shire with 8 minutes to go. They're down by 4, 56-52, trying to get another stop. Del Jones on the right, crossing over on Evans. Into the paint, kicks to the left. Zachary has a step on James. The floater from the left side of the paint wouldn't go. The rebound for Cooper. So here they come down by 4. To the left, Proctor. He's already got 20. Now Cooper's got it up top. James comes to set a screen. Cooper turns it down. Thought about a top of the key 3 instead to the right. Evans, he'll launch. That wouldn't go. The rebound into the corner. James trying to save it, but he was out of bounds, and Clemson will have it when we come back. 7:30 to go. We've got a timeout on the floor with the Blue Devils trailing 56-52.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Content AT, Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Back here inside Little John Coliseum, 7.5 minutes to go. The Blue Devils trailing by 4, 56-52. It was a game they led most of the way until the midway point of the second half when Clemson used a 12-0 run to go from 5 down to 7 up. The Blue Devils got a 3 a moment ago from Isaiah Evans, but they still trail by 4, 56-52. David Schumann alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios tonight is Kyle Schasberger. The Blue Devils have started to heat it up defensively. Clemson hasn't scored in more than 2 minutes now, but unfortunately, John Roth, Duke is just 1 of their last 8 from the field.
Yeah, that's been certainly a story here for the first 12 and a half minutes of this half. 1 of the last 8, mainly that is part of that 5-minute scoring drought you were talking about a couple of moments ago. While Clemson was on the 12-0 spurt, the Blue Devils were hitting nothing. And then overall for the half, it's more of that same. 4 out of 17 and only 2 out of 7 from 3. So seen a couple of signs here lately. Isaiah Evans coming off the bench, getting a couple of quick releases. Maybe the Blue Devils can look for some spark there. And why not give it back to Cooper and see if he can work inside? He hasn't really gotten inside too much in this contest. He's 2 out of 11 overall from the floor.
And out of the timeout, after spending 2 minutes and 24 seconds on the bench, Con Knipple is back out there with 4 fouls. James and Malowacz out there as well. They each have 3. Cooper's got 2 and Proctor has 1, but the starting 5 are on the floor with 7.5 minutes to go. Blue Devils with 1 timeout the rest of the way. Clemson has 3. Duke has the possession arrow. And the Tigers will shoot 1 and 1 on common fouls. Clemson's only been whistled for 5, so they have 1 to give before the Blue Devils reach the bonus. Starts with defense, down by 4. Locken gives it to Hunter. Now Locken sets a screen. Hunter comes around it, tries Malowacz, tried to wrap it around, deflected on the way out of bounds. Last touch by who? The Blue Devils. The official never pointed one way or the other, but the players. And now the point says Clemson basketball. As it'll be Del Jones inbound on the left baseline with 16 to shoot. Surveys the defense, bounces one to the corner for Locken. Picked up his dribble, he needs help. Spinning, looking inside for Shefflin, posting up on Cooper. Goes up, foul call. And that'll be the 3rd on Cooper flag.
Yeah, his trouble that time was that he didn't stay vertical and really reached over Shefflin.
The thing is, though, you are right. I don't think he touched him, though, is the problem.
Yeah.
There has to be contact for a foul. He got the ball.
Yeah.
But I know the reflex there is to call the foul.
I think that's what got the call.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Shefflin, good at the free throw line, better than 75%, hits the first. And now he's into double figures with 10, joining Locken and Zachary. So now James, Cooper, Flag, and Kaman Malowacz each with 3. Con Knipple has 4. There isn't a single Clemson starter with more than 2. Second free throw. Missed that one. The rebound tapped out. And it's into the hands of Zachary. Another offensive rebound for Clemson. They're 9th. They're outscoring the Blue Devils 13-2 in terms of second chance points. They lead by 5, 7 minutes to go. Chase Hunter, top of the key. Can't hit a 3. The rebound volleyball. Foul on Clemson.
It can happen.
Del Jones picks up number 2. 16 fouls, so no free throws yet, but the Blue Devils do get the basketball back, trailing by 5. The defense has been pretty good of late if they can just find something offensively. Just 3 points in the last 7 minutes and 20 seconds now. Sion James for Malowacz, top of the key, right back to Sion. Looking inside, looks to the right, nothing there, lobs it for Malowacz inside on a double team, goes up, missed it, gets it back, goes up, fouled, and he'll shoot 2. I think that's going to be on Zachary, and that'll be his second.
Blue Devils finally going to Malowacz inside. They really haven't done that in this contest. He's only taken 2 shots so far in the game.
As the Blue Devils head to the line, we remind you that Food Line is a proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For each free throw the Blue Devils make in tonight's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. Come on, shooting into the students to our right. And the right-handed free throw shooter hits the first. Everything at the line, really everything across the board offensively is going to be critical with 6:39 to go. Back within 4 and 1 more free throw to come. 57-53. Kaman shakes the shoulders loose. Big fella toes the line. And the second attempt is on the way. Knocks down a pair. Pretty impressive for a freshman. at 7-2 to stand in there and knock down 2. One possession game, 57-54, 6.5 minutes to go. Shefflin off of a curl, gets it to Del Jones on the left, back up top, Locken. Bounce pass inside for Shefflin, and he dunks it. Got good post position, and Shefflin's got 12. Clemson by 5 again, 59-54, 6:20 to go. And here's Sion James across midcourt. Crowd back to their feet here at Little John Coliseum. James to the right. There's Cooper Flagg. One-on-one with Shefflin. Gonna drive him to the baseline. Rises up. A lot of contact. He'll shoot 2. And Shefflin, some 34 minutes into the ballgame, picks up his first.
Good idea, though, for the Blue Devils to really drive Cooper to that side of the court and try to get him to the rim, and he usually finishes that, and if not, the contact and the free throw.
Cooper shooting 2. Hits him at better than an 80% clip. These are his first attempts of the day, and he's got the first one, and that is his first point here in the second half. He's got 5 for the day. 59-55, one more to come. 6:05 to go. The second attempt for Cooper is good as well. 59-56. Can you get a stop with just about 6 minutes to play? Hunter and now Shefflin up top. Back to the left. Chase Hunter has it now. Swings it over to the right. Jaden Zachary. Back to the left it goes. Del Jones. Blue Devils have gone zone. They lob it into the post. Locken faces up on Malawach. 15 feet out. Whips it cross court. Del Jones thought about 3 steps closer from 15. Offline right. Weak side rebound. Tapped out. Came to Chase Hunter. It's the hard thing to do out of the zone is pull a rebound. And a fresh 20 for the Tigers. 5:37 to go. They lob it into the post. Locken going to drive Malawach. Got underneath the hoop. Now he's in trouble, and Malawach is going to get called for a foul. That is his 4th.
Malawach trying to protect the baseline that time and got called for basically a little bit of a hip check.
I don't
a little bit is the word.
None might be a better word. So now Malawach and Knipple with 4, and Locken to shoot 1 and 1 on what is team foul number 8. Locken has made his only free throw here today. Front end of the 1 and 1. The 6'11" man hits him at a 71% clip. And the front end is no good. And Knipple has the rebound.
It's about all he's missed today.
So 5.5 minutes to go. Down by 3. Here they come across midcourt. Sion James. Looking to the left. There's Malawach at the top of the key. Right back to Sion. Looking inside to the right. Cooper. This to Ty. Give it to him. Cooper Flagg dials up a deep one. 59 apiece. 5:12 to go. Now Clemson working against the zone again. Del Jones for Chase Hunter over to the right and Zachary. Back up top for Hunter. To the left, Jones. Back up top, Hunter bobbled it. Had to chase it to the sideline. 12 to shoot. Bounces one in for Shefflin. Faces up on Malawach. Inside, out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils. As they say, Cooper got a hand on it. And with 4:53 to go, Clemson will have it with 7 to shoot.
Cooper trying to reach around the shoulder and tap that ball away and knocked it out of bounds.
And Brad Brownell is going to use a timeout. We'll break for 30 with 4:53 to go, tied at 59. He'll fire, and it's good!
This is Duke head men's basketball coach John Shire. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that. So Clemson uses a timeout with 4:53 to go, tied at 59. 7 to shoot. Cooper Flagg with the last 5 for John Shire's group. His first 5 points of the second half. He's got 9 for the ball game now. Proctor leads the way with 20. Con Knipple has 14. Clemson has 3 in double figures, led by Locken. He's got 17. And it's the Tigers in possession. They've now got 2 timeouts remaining, a full and a 30. And the head coach of the Blue Devils, John Shire, with just 1 full timeout at his disposal. disposal. Duke has the possession arrow, 18 fouls apiece, so it's 1-1 on common fouls, at least for the next one, before we get to the double bonus on both ends of the floor.
So another one of those fairly quick hitter situations. Clemson throwing it in bounds with under 10 on the shot clock at 7 this time. They've had a mixed bag so far. They've scored once off of it and not scored another time when the Blue Devils got a stop. But right now, a lot of emphasis on this defensive stand here with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
The 5 starters are out there. Con Knipple, Kaman Malawach, Sion James, Cooper Flagg, and Tyrese Proctor. 2 are playing with 4 fouls, Con Knipple and Kaman Malawach. James and Cooper each with 3.
Let's see where Chase Hunter goes on the screens off this out-of-bounds play with Tyrese Proctor trying to follow him everywhere.
Dylan Hunter will be the inbounder underneath the basket to our left, inbounding from the right side of the hoop. Gets it in the corner for Locken. 6 and 5 to shoot. Backing down on Malawach. Gets him into the paint. Rises up, fades away, and hits. Locken has 19, and Clemson leads by 2, 61-59 with 4:40 to go. The transfer from Cincinnati has been the difference to this point for the Tigers. Here's Sion James across midcourt. Waiting, sends it to the right, and Cooper. He'll drive into the paint. Double team. Waits, kicks out. James on the right. Plenty of time, 13 to shoot. Back for Cooper up top. Now to the left, Proctor has it. 10 on the timer. Tyrese comes off of a screen. 8 and 7. Another from Malawach on the right. Backs out on a double team. 4 and 3. Going to have to fire. And he hit a 3! Fading away into his own bench. And Duke has the lead.
Tyrese pulled that one out. 62-61 as we approach 4 minutes.
What a way to have your 4th 3 of the day on 7 attempts. Hunter for Zachary. Under 4 minutes to go. Zachary probing on Malawach. Rises up. Swatted out of there. Come on, a rejection. Clemson will have it with 12 to shoot when we come back. 3:53 to go in Little John Coliseum. The Blue Devils lead at 62-61.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings plus special financing. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Feeling the pressure to find Valentine's Day gifts they'll love? Then you gotta go to Kohl's. They have something for every Valentine. Go fun and unexpected with a Lego set. Go luxe with a Sephora fragrance. Go classic with a diamond necklace and more. Then get 15% off some of your gifts, or you can save with a Kohl's card. However you plan to celebrate, Kohl's has you covered with lots to love. Select styles. Coupons do not apply to Lego. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end February 17th. Some exclusions apply. See store at Kohls.com for details.
Clemson had their biggest lead of the Blue Devils at 7, 56-49, 9:47 to play in the contest, but second-ranked Duke has roared all the way back in front. Cooper Flagg tied it at 59 with a bucket, and then Tyrese Proctor shoots the Blue Devils back ahead.
Now to the left, Proctor has it. 10 on the timer. Tyrese comes off of a screen. 8 and 7. Another from Malawach on the right. Backs out on a double team. 4 and 3. Going to have to fire. And he hit a 3! Fading away into his own bench. And Duke has the lead.
Tyrese pulled that one out. 62-61 as we approach 4 minutes.
Fourth tray bomb for Proctor. He's 9 of 13 overall, 23 points. That on the shoulders of the Cooper Flagg triple. Back-to-back threes. 62-61, 3:53 left at Little John Coliseum. David?
He and Knippel giving new meaning to the two-man game. They've got 37 of the 62. John Roth, they are 8 of 12 from 3 combined. They're 14 of 21 from the field. The rest of the team is 7 of 25.
Yeah, you pretty much said it right there. The one thing the Blue Devils, they have not shot well in this game besides those two guys. And because of those two guys, they're actually hitting better than 50% from three-point range in this contest. 53% at 10 out of 19. Clemson came in as one of the top three-point shooting teams, and they've still only hit 3 in this game, 3 out of 9 for 33%. Won't be surprised if a three-pointer plays some important role down the stretch with 3:53 to go in a one-point game.
And you think about older guys and where you need them. You need them away from home. Tyrese Proctor was sick in Dallas, and he came out and lit up SMU at the start. The Blue Devils ended up rolling, but he set the tone. BC, they were struggling early. He ends up with 20 in that ball game. You think about what he did up at Syracuse, 16 points, and now he's one off his career high with 23. An experienced player getting it done on the road.
No doubt. That's a very good point. And Tyrese has not flinched today, and he's also done a really good job defensively. His man, Chase Hunter, their leading scorer, has just made 3 baskets in this game.
12 to shoot for Clemson out of the timeout. They'll inbound underneath their own hoop. Baseline to our left, right side of the hoop. Duke by 1, 62-61, 3:53 to go. They inbound up top. Chase Hunter thought about a 3, still thinking about it. Wants to drive Cooper, right side of the paint. Backs out, jumper up from 8 feet is good. And Clemson's back in front. Chase Hunter now with 8, 63-62 is our score with 3:40 to go. And James will bring it across midcourt. Sion waiting, bounces one to the left, and Cooper flags. Swings it low on Shefflin. Spins to the middle, nearly fell down. Keeps his balance, backs him down, puts it up, and scores. Cooper's into double figures. He's got 11. And Duke's back in front, 64-63 with 3:18 to go. Hunter for Shefflin on the left. Backing down Cooper. Bodied him up once, twice, nearly knocked loose. Trying to go to work again at the block. Back up top, Zachary a drive. Right side of the paint, puts it high off the window and in. Jaden Zachary has 12. Clemson Seesaws back in front, 65-64 as we go under 3 minutes to play. And the crowd at Little John Coliseum comes to their feet. The Blue Devils in possession, trailing by 1. Cooper for Proctor on the right. Tyrese wants to drive. Got airborne, kicks to the left. Knippel a 3. Short. The rebound for Malawach briefly. Now Shefflin has it. And with 2:38 to go, the Tigers in possession, leading by 1. Hunter lobs it inside for Locken. Whistle, foul on Proctor will be his second. Knowing he was probably going to concede a bucket if Locken caught it. Instead, Locken will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
At least make him earn it at the free throw stripe. 1 out of 2 today for the 70% shooter at the line. And
Tyrese, one of the few guys out there not in foul trouble. That's just his second. So it'll be the final 1-and-1 opportunity before Clemson heads into the double bonus. And Locken missed the front end a moment ago. So you got to be ready to pull a rebound. Malawach and Cooper patrolling the blocks down low. And Victor Locken, who's their leading scorer with 19 today, the right-handed free throw shooter out of Russia, sends the front end up there. Oh, what a roll. It hit the bracket. John Roth, that thing had backspin. I think it might have had eyes too, and it's 66-64.
Hit the orange and then bounced right up and back down through the net. Ooh.
Clemson by 2, 1 more for Locken. Trying to make it a 3-point game with 2:33 to go. On the way. Got that one. 21 for Victor Locken to lead everybody in scoring on the Clemson side of things. Duke down by 3, 2:28 to go. 67-64 our score. Sion James sends it for Malawach. A handoff for Proctor. Thought about a 3 to tie and said he'll drive. Kick to the right. Cooper waiting. Plenty of time, 12 to shoot. Cooper dribbles to the left, cut off by Locken, spun back to the middle, jumps up from 3, and ties the game! A dagger from Cooper! 67 apiece, 2:02 to go.
Coming through in the clutch like you wouldn't believe. Under 2 minutes to play, and ties it up.
And now here's Chase Hunter for the Tigers. Off of a screen to the right, probing, whips it to the left. Dylan Hunter for the lead. Good. The answer for Clemson. He's got 7. 70-67, 1:40 to go. Proctor across midcourt. We hit 90 seconds to go in Clemson. Cooper off of a screen. Nope, going to turn it down. Thinking about another three. Instead, he'll drive Shefflin into the paint, put it off the window. No, Malawach has the rebound. A kick out for Knipple to the left. Proctor to tie. Too strong. Malawach. Now Cooper's got the rebound, and he's fouled by Locken. The Blue Devils crashing the offensive glass. That's the third on Locken. 9th team foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Cooper Flagg with 1:16 to go, trailing by 3.
I'm sure the Blue Devils have been reminded they have to get every rebound the rest of the way in this contest, really extending a lot of effort to try to keep possession of the ball in the offensive end.
Cooper went down hard. He's collecting himself to the left side of the paint and limping pretty noticeably as he makes his way to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. Actually, he's going to come all the way over to the bench and get tended to briefly, or at least talk with the head coach of the Blue Devils. Maybe he's cramping a little bit. He's got one of those devices they use to try to get rid of a cramp in his calf on the left, his left leg, I should say. The officials are getting some time as they're cleaning up moisture out on the floor. You can do that as long as they're getting that situated. Heady play by Cooper to take as much time as possible, and now he'll shoot 1-and-1. He's got 14 points now. He had 4 at halftime. Obviously, critical free throws on a 1-and-1 opportunity on the 9th team foul.
And those 10 here in the second half have mostly come down the stretch.
Cooper shooting into the student section, 2 all right. 1-and-1, 1:16 to go, down by 3. And the freshman out of Newport, Maine, sends the first one on the way and hit it. I mean, just ice cold blood in his face.
Like on those 2 threes?
Yeah,
kind of like that kind of ice cold blood? Oh, wow.
One more free throw. Trying to make it a 1-point game with 1:16 to go. Malawach and James in to rebound if he does miss it. Locken and Shefflin there for Clemson. Second free throw for Cooper. Didn't get it. And Malawach just fouled out, coming over the back of Shefflin. And we'll go to the other end to shoot 2. And Shefflin at 76% will shoot a pair with 1:15 to go. And Kamon will have to come out. And Malik Brown will come back in, but they'll use the 30 seconds they have to make a substitution to talk strategy here, because John Shire only has 1 timeout left. You love the aggressiveness for Kamon trying to get an offensive rebound, but John Roth, Shefflin kind of knew where he had Malawach on his back, accentuated the contact, and got the whistle.
Oh, he's a veteran player. He's a smart player. I know a couple of our coaches think he's probably their toughest player, and he did a good job. He did what he was supposed to do there. And now for his reward, he gets to deal with Malik Brown the rest of the game. So Malik Brown coming in for Malawach, and Duke's best defensive player now back in the game.
So it'll be Shefflin to shoot 2, as Clemson's now in the double bonus. He's 1 out of 2 today. We told you he's about 76% on the year. Has 12 points. Need him to miss at least 1 to keep it a 1-possession game with 1:15 to go. 70-68 our score. And the right-handed free throw shooter obliges. He missed the first.
You're right. Keeps it a 1-possession game if the Blue Devils can get the rebound, or if he makes it.
Not that you have to have a 3 with plenty of time left. 1:15 to go. Shefflin with 1 more. Sends it on the way. Missed that one short. Cooper's got the rebound. 2-point game, 70-68 with 1:13 to go. James across midcourt. Dribbles to the right. Right side of the paint. Back up top, Cooper. 1 minute to play. Cooper for the lead. Got it! A 3 from the left, and it's 71-70. Cooper Flagg doing his thing. Timeout, Clemson.
This has certainly not been Flag Day, but the last 10 minutes have been Cooper's time, and he has put the Blue Devils in front with less than a minute to play, now with 18 points after only 4 at halftime.
I don't know. Feels like it's day at the moment.
Right now it does.
Oh, Clemson's going to have 1 timeout remaining. They're using a full. We'll keep it here. 52.9 to go. As John Raw told you, Cooper's now got 18 points in the ball game. It was Con Knipple and Tyrese Proctor who did the heavy lifting in the first half and really for long stretches of this game. But Con Knipple has said plenty of times, Cooper Flagg is the closer. John Roth, he's closing.
He's closing right now. We told you earlier when he was not hitting his shots, he was 2 out of 11 at one point. Since then, he's 4 out of 5. So he's been hitting the shots here when it's counted the absolute most down the stretch of this game. He's put Duke in front now, 71-70. And, 3 threes here just in the last 5 minutes.
He scored their last 7. And he single-handedly brought them in front 71-70 with 52.9 to go. So let's reset it for you. Each team now with 1 timeout. Clemson's got a 30. The Blue Devils with a full. The possession error resides with John Shire's group. Both teams are in the double bonus. Malawach is already fouled out. Knipple's got 4. James and Flagg each with 3 for Clemson. Locken has 3. No one else in real foul trouble. And it'll be Clemson in possession with 52.9 to go. Cooper Flagg now 6 of 16 from the field in the ball game and 3 of 5 from 3. And all of those threes here in the final 7-8 minutes.
Meanwhile, Clemson has racked up 38 points in the paint in this contest, and you got a feeling that they're going to be looking for Shefflin or Locken down the stretch here at the end of what they're going to probably try to run some clock and look for a good shot inside. They've been hitting that all day. They are a good three-point shooting team. That just hasn't been falling today.
All season long, the Blue Devils have held their hat on defense. Can they come up with a stop leading by 1 on the road with 52.9 to go? Clemson gets it in. The Blue Devil bench is standing, cheering on their teammates. Here's Dylan Hunter on the right, 15 to shoot. Back to the left to his brother Chase Hunter. Cooper defending, crossing over, wants to drive to the baseline, got inside, put it off the window and down. Clemson has the lead as Chase Hunter's into double figures. He's got 11. 38.4 to go. Duke down 72-71. Cooper for Sion James. You have to imagine number 2 is going to get it back. They've got a timeout if they need it. James on the right, drives to the baseline, gets inside, back up top. Brown and now Cooper on the left. Got airborne kicks to the right, and James into the paint, step through, got hacked from behind. They let it go. The rebound for Clemson, and then the foul on the Blue Devils with 21.5 to go. And we'll walk to the other end, and Clemson will shoot 2, and the foul will be on Sion James, and that's his 4th. We'll get a look at a replay to check the contact with 21.5 to go as James went on the drive, stepped through, and Locken got a piece of it from behind, maybe nicked the arm, but they're not going to call that in the final minute. And it'll be Locken shooting 2 for the Tigers. 1 possession game either way. He's 3 out of 4 at the line today. Duke down 72-71. And the officials getting everything organized. And now Locken sitting on 21 will shoot a pair. Again, we told you on the year, 71%. And the right-handed free throw shooter missed the first, rattled around and came out.
Tigers have missed a few free throws and left some points on the board here the last couple of minutes. In this half, they're 4 for 9 from the free throw line.
And 8 of 17 for the ball game. So with 21.5 to go, 1 more for Locken, trying to make it a 2-point game. The transfer from Cincinnati sends it on the way. Got that one. 73-71, 21.5 to go. They got a timeout if they want it. Sion James races across midcourt. They will use it. 18.9 to go. We break for 30 with the Blue Devils down by 2.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
So here we go, 18.9 to go. Cooper Flagg has scored 14 of the last 17 for the Blue Devils. He's sitting on 18 in the ball game. And his team is down by 2, 73-71, John Roth. And it's an obvious question and maybe an obvious answer. Who do you go to here to try to tie or maybe take the lead?
I think the answer is obvious. To me, the biggest question is when do you do it? Like, how much time do you let go by before you try to take a shot so that in case you don't make it, you have a chance for a rebound to follow up, that they either send this game into overtime or win it with a 3. So you got to figure, as hot as Cooper's been with 14 of the last 17, as you mentioned, and 3 threes here in the last 5 minutes, that he's going to be the guy you look for. But you also got to figure Brad Brownell's thinking that same thing. And so who knows how many people may be draped all over Cooper Flag, in which case Tyrese Proctor has certainly had a game that could be punctuated with a nice moment at the end.
He and Knipple each with 4 threes. And you imagine with all the attention Cooper's going to get, one of them might be open on the perimeter. With 18.9 to go, you got to go quickly.
I think the one thing you do know is that at some point Cooper's going to have the ball in his hands, and he's going to have to make the decision if he can make the play or get a teammate to make the play.
So Tyrese Proctor, Malik Brown, Con Knipple, Cooper Flag, and Sion James out of the timeout. The Blue Devils inbounding sideline right alongside their own bench with 18.9 to go. The shot clock is off. They're down by 2, 73-71. If there is a tie-up, the Blue Devils have the possession arrow. And any foul would send the Blue Devils to the line for 2. James is the inbounder, and here we go. Sion waiting to get it in. It's Cooper up top. 17 and 16. Drive Shefflin on the right. Got to the baseline, slipped and fell down. With everything happening out there, how in the world was the floor not dry?
How did that happen? Oh.
And now with 14.7 to go, Clemson will get it back, leading by 2.
Wow, what a play.
He just
broke
slipped
down and just lost his footing completely. The floor was slick, and he went to the floor.
It's been such a good ball game. You don't want to see it decided by something like that. And he had to step on Shefflin to the baseline.
And Shire just put in Isaiah Evans, possibly to commit a foul, so James wouldn't have to foul out on it.
Clemson will inbound in backcourt. Remember, the Blue Devils have the possession here if they can somehow generate a tie-up. Hunter, the inbounder, on the baseline to our right. Waiting, still waiting, trying to get it to Chase. That's not there. Whistle, timeout Clemson. It was very close to a 5-second call. That's the final timeout for the Tigers. So neither team with the timeout. We'll keep it here with 14.7 to go. Clemson still having to inbound in backcourt, and they can't run because it was a turnover that created that. And now, look, you've still got time to try to get a steal, but you can't waste a ton of time because if Clemson does hit 2 free throws, it's a 2-possession game, and you need to generate multiple possessions. I know I'm getting ahead of myself.
Right.
I'm sure that's all those things that John Shire is talking to this team about because no one has timeouts the rest of the way.
Yeah, neither coach can tell their team anything else after this. 14-7, so the Blue Devils hanging their hat on defense all year need to do it here right now and get a tie-up, get a stop, or get a quick foul.
And as we told you earlier, free throws have been nothing in terms of guaranteed for Clemson today. They're 9 of 18 at the line. Maybe you can get a steal before you even have to worry about the free throws. Same group out there: Isaiah Evans, Tyrese Proctor, Con Knipple, Malik Brown, and Cooper Flag. And it'll be Clemson to inbound in backcourt. Brad Brownell taking every possible second he can. Finally, the officials step in. And it'll be Dylan Hunter to inbound again on the right baseline. They remind Dylan Hunter he cannot run the baseline. Chase Hunter is who they want to get it to. He's in the corner on the far side of the floor on the left. Knipple trying to deny him. Dylan Hunter to inbound it. They're still waiting, having a hard time. They get it in. Brown went for the tie-up, but they called the foul first with 14 seconds to go. And it'll be Chase Hunter shooting 2, and that's exactly who Clemson wants at the line. These will be just his second and third attempts of the day. He missed his only attempt earlier. But John Roth, that doesn't happen very often. He's better than 90% on the year.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy certainly they wanted. It's not been a great day for him. 10 points. Hadn't had that big of a role in like prolific shooting attempts for the Tigers like he usually does, and this is only his second free throw attempt. He hasn't made a three, so it's not really been a typical Chase Hunter day, but he'll go home happy if he can knock down 2 of these.
So 73-71, 2 coming up for Chase Hunter. With 14 seconds to go. And the first one is on the way. And good. So the lead is 3. The second would obviously make it a 2-possession game as Sion James is back into the ball game. And we'll see who leaves. Malik Brown will leave. So John Shire getting the best possible offensive lineup he can out on the floor. With 14 seconds to go. And Chase Hunter with one more. 74-71, Clemson in front. And Hunter trying to make it a 2-possession game. And the right-handed free throw shooter sends it on the way. Got that one as well. 75-71 with 14 seconds to go. The Blue Devils need something in a hurry. Sion James gets it in for Proctor. Racing across midcourt with 12 and 11. Crossing over, got to the baseline, put it up, got it blocked. It came to James, out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Devils with 7.7 to go. And it'll be Clemson basketball with the Tigers leading by 4, 75-71. And as you would imagine, Little John Coliseum, they in a frenzy. As they look to spring the upset, the Blue Devils in danger of seeing their 16-game winning streak going by the wayside. They would still be atop the ACC standings because of that loss for Clemson to Georgia Tech earlier in the week, but their lead would only be a game. With 7.7 to go, the officials are at the monitor. It seemed pretty clear that it was Clemson basketball after the block shot, and it will be Clemson basketball. Ron Gruber, I think, is going to announce that. They put 0.2 of a second back on with 7.9 to go.
The play stands, Clemson ball. Game clock to be adjusted at 7.9.
So the Tigers have it. The Blue Devils needing a steal, some threes, something rather dramatic to come back and win this one. They fought to the bitter end. They had the basketball down by a bucket when a wet spot on the floor really took any chance they had away from them. Just a weird way to end a really good basketball game. As Clemson had one of their best offensive games of the season, they're still shooting 58.8% from the field, 30-51. And it'll be Dylan Hunter to inbound on the baseline to our right. Brown to contest it. He cannot run the baseline with 7.9 to go. And he's ready to inbound it. Waiting, gets it in for Chase Hunter in the corner. They go for the tie-up. Instead, a foul is called. And that'll be on Malik Brown. That'll be his 4th, and we'll walk to the other end, and Clemson will shoot 2 with 5.8 to go. It was that spell in the second half of a little more than 5 minutes where the Blue Devils didn't score. Clemson went from down 5 to up 7. Yes, the Blue Devils fought back, and then it was possession by possession down the stretch. You give Clemson credit, but that's really the difference in the ballgame. The Blue Devils led for most of the first half, the entire of the first half, I should say, a good chunk of the second half before that run. And now it appears they're set to storm the floor here, Little John Coliseum. Clemson, in an odd statistic, if they do win this, will have won 5 straight against top 5 teams, all while they were unranked. And here is Chase Hunter's first free throw. That's good. Would still be a 2-possession game, even if he makes both of them. It would just mean you need 2 threes with 5.8 to go. As Evans will leave. And James will return. The second one will make it 77-71. On the way, got them both. He missed his first, but Chase Hunter's made his last 4 free throws. And the Tiger lead is 6, 77-71 with 5.8 to go. James will be the inbounder in backcourt. Lobs it to midcourt. Cooper's got it on the right, steps through, takes a 3. That's short. Knipple got a hand on the rebound. Clemson has it now. And and the officials blew the whistle. They're trying to get the Blue Devils off the floor. John Shire trying to protect his team, and here's another mess on the road as they storm the floor, as there was a student going after the Blue Devil bench, and the head coach had to step in. The officials also stopped play before the time had expired. And I think they're just going to say the game is over with. Clemson wins 77-71. And this is just an absolute mess at the end of the ball game as the Tigers win it by 6.